Oskaloosa Indians basketball is on the air, live on KBOE.
And all over the world at KBOEradio.com and the mobile app.
Brought to you by Lighton State Bank, Northern Mahaska Specialty Care, Pella Printing, Edward Jones Investments, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Malcolm Lumber, Community First Credit Union, Mahaska Drug, Hawkeye Real Estate, Plow Valve Company, Robert Auld Investments, Certified Pest Control, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Falvey Lumber and Hardware, Bank Iowa, The Rock Island Tap, Quincy Place Mall, Fred's Muffler Shop, and Pella Regional Health Center. Your Keys to the Game sponsor is Craig Ford.
And now, Oskaloosa Indians basketball action on the No Coast Network.
It is senior day at Oskaloosa High School and the final regular season game for the Oskaloosa girls as they take on the Norwalk Warriors. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network and KBOEradio.com. Oskaloosa coming into tonight's game with a record of 2-17 overall, 1-11 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians coming off a 55-34 loss at Pella Christian on Thursday night. Norwalk comes in 5-15, 2-10 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They just played less than 24 hours ago. They lost at home to Dallas Center Grimes last night, 65-40. And the one win that Oskaloosa has in the conference came at Norwalk. That was back on December the 18th. The Indians winning that one 41-36. Amanda Fay with a dozen points to lead the Indians that night, but the big difference was free throw shooting. The Indians made 20 of 26 at the foul line. Norwalk 0 for 5 at the line. So that's a 20-point difference, and one free throw here or there could have just ended the game with Norwalk winning by a slight margin. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's game and run down some of the girls' basketball scores from yesterday afternoon in the region. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
Whether you have great credit, not so great credit, or even no credit at all, everyone is welcome at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. And if your credit score is not so great or even bad, we have the vehicles with extra rebates and incentives to help you rebuild your credit and get you into a nice, dependable vehicle. So whether your credit is great or not so great, let my staff at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa help get you into a nicer, more dependable vehicle.
See what See First has for you. Crazy good rates. Complete convenience. Cash for what you need. Capital to grow. Join the crowd. Try us. Join us. Because together is better.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Van Welden, your local expert at Malcolm Lumber. At Malcolm Lumber, we pride ourselves in being your local lumberyard. We boast competitive prices that you find at the big box stores and unmatched service that the big box stores can't provide. Our one-on-one service is what sets us apart. Our knowledgeable experts are here ready to help build you a better future. And thanks to the community for having us all these years.
You can continue to find Malcolm Lumber at our 3 locations in Grinnell, Montezuma, and Oskaloosa. Malcolm Lumber is here for you, start to finish.
And we're live. Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancello. High school basketball on the way with the Oskaloosa girls against Norwalk. Following that at about 4:30, the Oskaloosa boys will take on Norwalk. Norwalk having clinched the Little Hawkeye Conference Championship The Indians still with a chance to finish second if they are able to win out their final 3 games. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for this afternoon. First of all, for the Norwalk girls, Jaden Lammers will start in the backcourt. She's a 5'3" sophomore, averaging 4.8 a game. Hannah Elchis is a 5'5" senior, averaging 1.3. Gianna Belizzi is a 5'7" senior, averaging 11.4 a game. Their leading scorer on average, but the player with the most points on Norwalk is Jocelyn Bice, a 5'7" freshman. She's averaging 9.5 points a game and 2 assists. And Olivia Johnson rounds out the 5 for Norwalk. She's a 5'7" freshman, averaging 5.9 points a game, and also their leading rebounder, averaging 6.3 rebounds a game. Jill Martin, the coach of Norwalk, 5-15 overall, 2-10 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. With it being senior night, all 4 Oskaloosa seniors will be in the starting lineup tonight. Emma Kelderman, a 5'8" senior, averaging 1.6 a game. Lindsay Holmberg, also in the backcourt, a 5'5" senior, averaging 3.7 a game. Lindsay came back on Thursday night after missing 4 games because of a concussion and played pretty well, scoring 7 points. And Coach J.C. White of the Indians saying that Lindsay will not have any limitations on her playing time or anything like that. Good news. Marley Denberger is a 6' senior, the Indians' leading scorer, averaging 8 a game. Ashley Drost is a 5'9" senior, averaging 4.9 a game. And the odd woman out as far as class goes is Kaylee Johnson. She's a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 3.1 a game. J.C. White, the coach of Oskaloosa, the Indians 2-17. J.C. White and the Indians 1-11 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. And now our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. First of all, the Indians can play with confidence. They have beaten this team before this season, so they know they can do it. Second of all, another key is going to be free throws. The Indians getting to the line as often as they did in the first meeting at Norwalk will help, and also the Indians have been shooting almost 66% of the free throw line over the last 4 games. Oskaloosa also with a height advantage. The tallest starters for Norwalk are 5'7", and they've got a couple of players off the bench who are 5'9". The Indians do have a size advantage there. And then last and certainly not least, turnovers. The Indians have struggled with that all season, and they'll have to do their best to avoid turning the ball over tonight. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa. We'll be back with the opening tap, Oskaloosa and Norwalk girls basketball, when we come back in 3 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Hi, I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Amber Coffee.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. For sound financial advice, contact your local Edward Jones professional today. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Oskaloosa Vision Center's hometown doctors have strong roots in Oskaloosa and are dedicated to serving the community. We use state-of-the-art equipment to provide high-quality, professional eye care through comprehensive eye exams, medical care for eye infection and disease treatment, as well as emergency aid and pre- and post-operative care. With our large variety of prescription glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses, we strive to meet the needs of all patients, from newborn to adult. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Keep up to date on what's going on at the Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa by joining our text club today. Simply text QPM to 64600. You will receive reminders of our sidewalk sales and other events. Also, when you join our text club, you will be entered for a chance to win a gift certificate. So join our text club today. Text QPM to 64600 and don't forget to like us on Facebook. We'll see you at the Quincy Place Mall at 1110 North Quincy Avenue in Ottumwa.
Water is more than just a source of life. We have fun with it, clean with it, grow with it, save lives with it. How water gets to us is rarely ever thought about. But at Clow Valve Company, water is never taken for granted. We design and build some of the most advanced water valves and hydrants in the world from one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest facilities in the United States. Clow Valve Company, it's more.
Back at Oskaloosa High School, I'm Joe Lancello. The starters have been introduced for Norwalk. The Warriors will wear purple shirts with white letters and numbers and white trim. Oskaloosa in the traditional home white shirts with the maroon numbers and maroon trim. You probably noticing that the reserve Oskaloosa players are wearing pink t-shirts. This is also Coaches versus Cancer Day here at Oskaloosa High School. The school is putting together a fundraising effort all day. There's a silent auction going on here at the gym, so if you haven't made your way over here yet, come on, there's time for you to do that, so come on over and make a bid on some of the silent auction items. Proceeds will go to the Career Center the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. And Indians coach J.C. White and her marketing class are doing a lot of work to spearhead this thing. So many thanks to them for all of their efforts. And the silent auction goes until the start of the third quarter of the Oskaloosa boys game. So again, time for you to come on down here and also contribute to a great cause, Coaches versus Cancer. Oskaloosa will go left to right in the home white with maroon as we get things started here. It'll be Denberger jumping center against Olivia Johnson. Denberger with a 5-inch height advantage, and the Indians win the tap going from left to right. Lindsay Holmberg into the front court between the circles, man to man. Looks at the start. Here's a pass for Dross, left block, overshot the basket, and Lammers the rebound. Jocelyn Bison to the front court. One of the top freshmen, certainly in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Belize left wing as they work the ball around the perimeter. Lammers in the lane for Bice. Ball knocked away and a shot knocked down by Gianna Belize. And Norwalk with a 2-0 start. No pressure from Norwalk defensively. The Indians have it quickly into the front court. Holmberg left of the lane, driving all the way, and call for a double dribble. First Oskaloosa turnover. Norwalk playing right to left in the traveling purple with white. Bison to the front court, Belize left wing. Around a Johnson screen to the right. Pass on the far side, nice save to keep it from going into the Oskaloosa bench. Bice driving, dumped it down low for Johnson. The ball was blocked by Drost. Thought the officials might call a held ball, but they don't, and the Indians have it. Drost high post left, Kilderman left wing, work it back in the lane for Drost. Off for Denberger outside the arc on the right, and they call 3 seconds on the Indians. Second Oskaloosa turnover. 6:34 to go first quarter, Norwalk up 2-0. Final regular season game for both teams. They'll start the Class 4A playoffs on Wednesday night. Belize left wing, pass down low, caught by Johnson on the run, dumps it off for Elchis on the left. Now Belize driving the lane, puts up the floater from 8, and it drops down. Belize with all 4 points in the game. Norwalk 4-0, 6:10 to go in the first. Johnson for Kelderman, left wing. Back out for Johnson. Now Holmberg between the circles. Lindsay gives back for Kelderman on left, trying to lead Drawson into the left block, but overthrew her, and the ball goes out of bounds. Norwalk basketball. Bison in the front court of the far sideline near the hash mark. Gets a screen, drives in the lane, puts up a 10-footer. That's off the bracket, no good. Denberger, the Oskaloosa rebound. Jennings now in the front court on the right wing. Backs up in the arc, finds Kelderman, high post right. Lob down low, collected by Dross. Shot didn't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Olivia Johnson, and the ball will stay with Oskaloosa. Amanda Fay, a 6-foot sophomore into the Oskaloosa lineup, replacing Ashley Drost. Indians on the inbound baseline right as they attack the basket to our right. Inbound came in for Fay, but was taken away by Olivia Johnson. Fourth Indians turnover. 5:20 to go in the quarter. Polizzi in the front court. Left corner, Lammers left wide open for a three. Overshot it. Denberger the rebound. Indians looking for their first points. Holmberg in the front court, guarded by Belizzi. Pass on the far side. Somebody zagged when they should have zigged, and it picked off. And a layup try by Bice doesn't go. And Kaylee Johnson, the other way for Oskaloosa, stops right of the lane. Gives it for Holmberg, driving to the basket. Shot short, but a foul. And Lindsay Holmberg to shoot two with 4:48 to go in the quarter. First foul of the ball game is on Jaden Lammers, her first. That's it with free throws. The Indians went to the line 26 times in the first game against Norwalk. And that aggressiveness of going to the basket can make a big difference. Holmberg made the first free throw. The Indians on the board trailing 4-1 with 4:48 to go in the first. Holmberg second, around and out. Fay had the rebound, lost it. It will go to Norwalk. 4-1 Indians trailing. No pressure defensively from Oskaloosa as Bice brings it into the front court. The freshman has it between the circles. Belizzi on the right wing near the hash mark. She'll back pedal on the dribble. Looking for a cutter. Goes around to the left. Now for Lammers from the left wing to the top. Bounce pass for Bice on the right. She'll drive in the lane. Back up, 16-footer up and off. Denberger another rebound. Indians doing a nice job on the boards. They've got a 5-2 advantage unofficially so far with 4:13 to go in the first. But they trail 4-1. Kelderman at the front court gives it for Holmberg. Lindsay, left-hand dribble in the lane. Kelderman, left corner. For Kaylee Johnson, high left. Kaylee Johnson for Oskaloosa. Olivia Johnson for Norwalk. They are not related. Holmberg almost lost the dribble at the top of the key. Gives it for Denberger. Fay, right block, turnaround shot short. Fay got her own rebound up. No, and a foul. And Amanda Fay to the line to shoot two. Olivia Johnson commits the foul for Norwalk, her first, team second. Amanda, a 50% free throw shooter, averaging 4.3 points a game. First free throw around and out. First substitution for Norwalk, Kennedy Wright, a 5'9 senior, comes in, replacing Olivia Johnson. Fay gets the second free throw, 1 out of 2, and the Indians cut the gap to 4-2 with 3:44 to go in the quarter. Bice to the right for Lammers of the hash mark far side. Lammers driving to the top. Bounce pass a little low for Belizzi and taken away by Holmberg. Second Norwalk turnover. Kelderman left wing. For Fay, left block. Gets it back out for Denberger. Now Kaylee Johnson on the right wing at the right corner. Out for Holmberg, left-hand dribble, drive in the lane, shot doesn't go. Fay the Oskaloosa rebound. Johnson for Holmberg at the three-point mark. Back for Fay, right block. Johnson, 16-footer, little bit too long, and out just the rebound for Norwalk. 3 minutes ago in a fast-moving fourth quarter, Oskaloosa down 4-2. Belizzi high in the right side, around an out just screen to the top. Now Lammers, whose ponytail is so long you can't see the number 5 on her shirt. On the back of her shirt, here's a 3 from Belizzi. That's good from the left wing. Belizzi with all 7 Norwalk points. The Warriors up 5-2 with 2:35 to go in the quarter. Kelderman on the hash mark far side. Guarded by Bice. Emma picked up her dribble, and we've got a pushing foul called on Norwalk. Faye was trying to post up on the left side, and she got bumped from behind by Kennedy Wright. Wright's first foul, 13 foul on Norwalk. Number 14, Macy Creer, into the game for the first time, a 5'4" freshman. And Ashley Dross comes back in for Oskaloosa as Faye and Johnson are out. Here's Denberger with a floater in the lane, up and in. Indians' first field goal of the night. Marley's first 2 points. Indians trail 7-4 with 2:17 to go in the first. Bice high in the right side, driving toward the lane, stopped their triple team. Getting it back out for Belizzi. Or check that is Bice from the free throw line. Shot no good. Dross the rebound, trying to get the Elchis away from the ball. Elchis trying to reach in and get a tie-up, but doesn't. Denberger on the near side. Driving, shot up, overshot it, rebound. And a foul. Kilderman and Bice were competing for the ball. No, they're going to say Bice had it, but she stepped over the baseline. Indians inbound baseline left with a minute 43 to go in the quarter. Holmberg from the left wing to the top of the key. Now high in the right side, pass for Denberger. Marley in the lane, puts up a 6-footer, around and out, rebound, Dross, put back up and in. Ashley Dross' first basket. Indians within 1 at 7-6 with a minute 20 to go in the quarter. And Norwalk will take a timeout. It's a short timeout. We'll keep things here. Norwalk in the lead over Oskaloosa 7-6 with a minute 15 to go in the quarter. Girls basketball last night, I mentioned Norwalk had a game. They lost at home to Dallas Center Grimes 65-40. Also in the Little Hawkeye Conference for girls, Grinnell beat Pella 62-39. Elsewhere, Ottumwa over Des Moines Roosevelt 58-49. Van Meter beat Knoxville 60-48. And with the Indians set to play Washington in the first round of the playoffs on Wednesday night, Washington lost to Mount Pleasant 45-43 last night. Norwalk on the inbound at the hash mark on the far side in front of the Oskaloosa bench. Just over a minute to go in the opening quarter. Lammers right wing near the sideline. On top for Elchis. Gives left for Bice. Now between the circles for Lammers. Quickly for Elchis on the right wing. Driving to the basket. Shot up and in. Someone else from Norwalk on the score sheet. Elchis' first bucket. 9-6 Norwalk. 47 seconds to go in the quarter. Denberger left or right wing throws it across for Kelderman in the lane for Dross. Her shot was blocked. Indians get it back. Denberger left hand dribble lane, splits a triple team, lost the ball, and it will go to the Norwalk Warriors with 31.2 to go in the quarter. Olivia Johnson will come back in for Norwalk to replace Kennedy Wright. No defensive pressure from Oskaloosa as Norwalk bring it across midcourt. Bison to the front court with 27. Now will yo-yo the dribble. Kelderman not close enough to her. Now they move the ball to the right corner. Lammers. Right block Belizzi. Back out for Elchis with 14. Elchis driving left to the lane. And they're going to call a foul. Dross went up and took the ball right after it came out of Elchis' hand, but they're going to call a foul on Macy Creer. That's her first, and the first foul on Oskaloosa in the half. Hannah Elchis to shoot 2. She's a 44.4% free throw shooter for Norwalk, and the first one in, out, and in. Norwalk is a team shooting 52.2% at the line. Olivia Johnson out Kennedy right back in for Norwalk, and into the game, Kara Schmidt, a 5'9 senior, in for Norwalk for the first time. As Belize gets a break. Elchis' second is up and in, got them both. And Elchis will come out to be replaced by Elise Wormerskirchen, a 5'8 junior. Indians down 11-6. They have not led. That's Norwalk's biggest advantage. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds in front of the Norwalk bench on the far side. Indians will keep it with 3.7 to go in the quarter. Kelderman inbound for Holmberg. Fires from near the three-point line, off the glass, off the rim. No, and that's the quarter. After one, Norwalk 11, Oskaloosa 6. Second quarter in a minute on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Last year, the Bank Iowa team completed almost 9,000 community service hours. Oofta! That's more hours than a year contains. It's refreshing to see a bank that cares. That's actually why I chose to bank with Bank Iowa. They're a local bank that invests in community, and the community that matters most is the one that we're both a part of. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn more about our personal, commercial, and agricultural banking services, or go online to bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all your home and business pest management needs, call Certified Pest Control of Oskaloosa. Beth and I offer better prices, better service, same-day responses, and satisfaction guaranteed. We are the only pest control company locally owned and operated. Remember, termites on your property will lead to wood structural damage. So call now for your termite inspection and ask about termite pre-treatment of new construction. We also offer bed bug heat treatments. For seasonal or monthly pest control at the guaranteed lowest prices in the area, call Certified Pest Control, 641-295-0700. We are licensed to kill.
Norwalk will inbound at midcourt to start the second quarter, but the officials not allowing play to go on for some reason. An issue with the scorers table, it appears. Okay. Now Norwalk will inbound, leading 11-6 over Oskaloosa. Ice around a double screen to the left. Gives back for Schmidt, who drives the lane, dumps down low. Shot by Wormerskirchen doesn't go. Battle for the rebound, and a foul called against Norwalk. That'll be on Elise Wormerskirchen, her first foul. That's 4 on Norwalk in the half. Indians will face full court pressure now as Kelderman inbounding length of the floor. Kelderman to Denberger. Now they back off in the press, and Murley will bring it across from left to right. Denberger on the near side, and she carried the ball. Trying to get around a player. 6th Oskaloosa turnover. Indians with Drost, Creer, Holmberg, Denberger, and Kelderman on the floor. Beiser on a double screen to the left. Gives it back for Schmidt on the left wing. Now Schmidt driving right of the lane. Tried to get it down low for Kennedy Wright, and last touch by an Oskaloosa player. Norwalk will inbound at baseline right, attacking the basket to our left. Lammers, who's back in on the throw-in. Throws it into the block for Wormerskirchen. Now Lammers, a three from the right corner, doesn't go. And rebound Drost. 11-6, Indians trail with 7:15 to go in the half. Creer for Denberger, left sideline. Dribbled toward the top of the key. Gives for Kelderman, left wing pass, intended for Drost, overthrown, and picked off, the 7th Oskaloosa turnover. Bison to the front court, far side, faked a screen to the top, now dribbles toward the corner. Gives it back for Schmidt, around a screen to the free throw line. Schmidt is stopped, shovels it back for Bice. She's double teamed. Back for Lammers on top. Lammers driving right of the lane. Wormerskirchen. Now they swing it back on top. Schmidt thought about a three. She'll drive in the lane. Tried to pull up a shot. It hit an Indian hand and went out of bounds. The ball will stay with Norwalk. Gianna Belize back into the game for Norwalk as Bice gets her first rest. Amanda Fay back in for the Indians. And so is Kaylee Johnson. Here's a shot in the lane. by Wormerskirchen is short. Battle for the rebound, and they call a held ball, and this will go to Oskaloosa on the possession arrow. Indians trailing 11-6, 6:27 to go in the half, facing the full court pressure. Holmberg in for Kaylee Johnson, far side for Fay. Looks, gives back for Johnson, bringing to the front court on the far side. Johnson into the lane, was tied up, moved through the crowd, and shot off the glass and scored. Kaylee Johnson's first basket, 11-8. Indians trail with 6:10 to go in the half. Belizzi around his screen to the right, going all the way. Layup try doesn't go. Kaylee Johnson the rebound. Johnson's lead pass was broken up and taken away by Belizzi on the 8th Oskaloosa turnover. Belizzi into the front court to the far side. Gives back for Lammers outside the arc on the right. Bounce pass on top for Schmidt. Schmidt driving in the lane. Bounce pass for right, left block. Pass knocked away, taken away by Fay, and we got a foul. That's on Kira Schmidt. That's her first. 5 team fouls on Norwalk in the half with 5:40 to go till halftime. Olivia Johnson back in for Norwalk, and Wright will check out. When warm-up started, Norwalk only had 7 players come onto the floor. The rest of their roster was playing in the junior varsity game, which Norwalk won 41-32. Holmgren into the front court on the near side with 5.5 to go in the half. And a foul away from the ball against Oskaloosa. And who was that on?
In the game, number 14, Elches.
I didn't catch who that foul was committed by. Hannah Elches is back in the game for Norwalk as the Warriors have the ball with 5:20 to go in the half and an 11-8 lead. Olivia Johnson driving right of the lane. Layup try doesn't go. Rebound tipped and goes out of bounds at the baseline, and it will stay with Norwalk. Belizzi on the inbound. Baseline left. Attacking the basket to our left. Gives for Elches, standing on the three-point line. Pass on the left block for Belizzi. Kicks it back on top for Schmidt. Rainbow 3 is short, and Lindsay Holmberg the Oskaloosa rebound. 5 minutes to go in the half. Indians down 3. Kelderman left wing of the bend of the arc for Fay. Left block shot on Olivia Johnson. Shot off the glass too strong, and a foul on the Indians battling for the rebound. That'll be on Kaylee Johnson. Third foul on the Indians. Second, her first, third team foul. Ashley Drost in for Oskaloosa. Amanda Fay out. I don't know if there's a trouble with putting up the fouls on the scoreboard or the officials aren't making clear who is committing the fouls. Olivia Johnson, right wing, gives it for Schmidt in the free throw circle. Shovels back for Johnson on the right. Johnson trying to drive on Drost, instead goes back to the top and gives for Belizzi with 4:28 to go in the half. Belizzi yo-yos the dribble, gives for Johnson, driving on the right wing. Pulls up, bounce pass in the block for Schmidt, splits 2 defenders, scores. They wave it off for a travel. Fourth Norwalk turnover. Indians get it back with 4:19 to go in the half. Macy Creer in, Kaylee Johnson out for Oskaloosa. Kelderman on the inbound against the full court press. Looking for somebody, still looking. She didn't get it in. You've got 5 seconds to inbound the ball, and the Indians weren't able to do that. So it's Norwalk on the inbound baseline right with Lammers to throw it in. Finds Elches, left block. Her shot hit the side of the glass, but she was fouled, and Elches to the line.
Foul on number 30, Denver.
Marley Denberger with a foul.
Her first, team fourth.
That's her first, the team's fourth. Elches is first around and in. Elches 3 of 3 at the line with 5 points. Jocelyn Bice back in for Norwalk, replacing Jaden Lammers. And the Indians take a short timeout. We'll keep it here then. 4:17 to go in the half. Norwalk leading Oskaloosa 12-8. Scoring pretty well even out for Oskaloosa. Johnson, Denberger, and Drost with a basket apiece. Fay and Holmberg with 1 free throw apiece. For Norwalk, Belize with 7 and Elchis with 5. They're the only 2 Norwalk players who have scored this afternoon. Indians looking for their second win of the conference season, and it would be their second against Norwalk. Elchis with free throw number 2 on the way, and that's around and out. Olivia Johnson, the rebound for Norwalk. 12-8 Norwalk. And the Warriors will set up again. Bice outside the arc on the left, gives it for Johnson, left corner, coffin corner. Bounce pass for Elchis, almost lost the dribble, and a foul as she was driving to the basket. I think it was before she got a shot away. This is on Denberger. It's her second and the 5th Oskaloosa team foul. And Elchis will go back to the line to shoot 2 with 3:59 to go in the half. First free throw by Elchis up and in. Kaylee Johnson back in for Oskaloosa, replacing Marley Denberger. Indians with Drost, Johnson, Kelderman, Creer, and Holmberg on the floor. Elchis' second free throw up and in. She got them both. Elchis with 7. Norwalk with a 14-8 lead. Their biggest of the game. They haven't trailed. Kelderman, left wing near the sideline. Dribbles toward the baseline, made a nice fake, got to the baseline, but her pass was out of Kaylee Johnson's reach and goes out of bounds. 10th Oskaloosa turnover, Norwalk ball with 3:44 to go in the half. On Senior Day in Oskaloosa. Bison in the front court for Johnson, left wing out high. Johnson gives it off for Belize on the left wing, lost the handle on the dribble. Still trying to keep the dribble. The ball got away to Bice. For Elchis on top, a pass on the far side goes out of bounds, and it will go to Oskaloosa on the 5th Norwalk turnover. Norwalk with Schmidt, Elchis, Belize, Bice, and Olivia Johnson on the floor. Indians inbound facing full court pressure. Holmberg on the dribble as they back off on the press with 3:15 to go in the half. Holmberg right wing for Creer near the right sideline. High post right Kelderman for Holmberg driving left to the lane. Ball was poked away and taken away by Elchis. 11th Oskaloosa turnover. Bice driving all the way from the left wing and scoring. Jocelyn Bice's first basket. 16-8 Norwalk and an Oskaloosa timeout. It's a full timeout. 2:49 to go in the half. Norwalk 16, Oskaloosa 8. Back in a minute on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
We all need help from time to time, especially during life's health transitions. Whether you're getting back on your feet or looking for a new place to call home, Care Initiatives is here. For over 25 years, we've helped Iowans maintain independence and quality of life. Rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice care. No matter what life brings, our team of experts are ready. Care Initiatives for life's health transitions.
Hello, this is Wade Davidson, owner of Rock Island Tap, and I want to invite you to come down and check out the tap. We are excited to offer you 59 various beer selections, including 24 craft and domestic beers. We not only offer unique beers, but we can get you mixed drinks, wine, and my famous vodka and Jameson Bloody Marys. We are looking forward to offering lots of events and live music. You're going to want to keep updated on all activities and live music, so be sure to like us on Rock Island Tap Facebook page or call 641-676-ROCK for more information. Come on down to the Rock Island Tap, relax, and enjoy a few with us.
Norwalk breaking their huddle now with 2:49 to go in the half, and the Warriors with their biggest lead at 16-8 over Oskaloosa. Pressure in the backcourt. Kaylee Johnson Brings it across for Oskaloosa. Now from AC Creer left wing. Kelderman left corner. Back off for Creer. And a pass intended for Kelderman broken up. Emma gets it back. No over and back call. Creer lobs it for Drost left block for Kelderman on the right wing. Driving to the lane. Shot no and a foul. And Emma to shoot 2 with 2:27 to go in the half. Olivia Johnson commits the foul. That is her second. That is 6 on Norwalk. So the next foul will put Oskaloosa in the 1-1 with 2:27 to go in the half. Kelderman, the left-hander, makes the first free throw. Emma, a 42.9% free throw shooter. Oskaloosa as a team, 50.9%. But in their last 4 games, the Indians have been shooting 65.9% from the stripe. Olivia Johnson out, Kennedy Wright in for Norwalk. Kelderman makes the second, got them both. 16-10 Indians trail, 2:25 to go till halftime. Bice in the front court, around a screen to the right. Bice gonna go all the way, lay it up and off. Battle for the rebound, and Drost had it, and just as she had taken it away from Kara Schmidt, the officials call held ball, and the possession arrow favors Norwalk. On the inbound baseline right for Schmidt in the lane. Puts it up from close, no. And Aubrey Boonder, who just second in the game for Oskaloosa, got the rebound. Drost from the free throw line, driving, scoring off the glass. Drost with 4, the Indians within 4 at 16-12 with 1:53 to go in the half. Bice in the front court for Bellizzi high in the right side. Bellizzi with a drive to the basket. Shot off the glass, around and in. Bellizzi with 9. 18-12 Norwalk. Minute and a half to go till halftime. Kelderman into the front court. Gives it off in the left wing for Holmberg. Down low for Drost. She couldn't hang on to it. But the ball was last touched by Kara Schmidt of Norwalk. Oskaloosa will keep it with 1:25 to go in the half. Kelderman on the inbound, baseline left. Deep for Kaylee Johnson on the left. Fake the 3. Kaylee in the lane. For Creer on the right. Back for Kaylee Johnson. Johnson for Boonder of the free throw line. Bounce pass intended for Drost. And they've either called a foul or a kick. They've called a foul, which will put Oskaloosa into the bonus. Right with the foul, her second, and that's 7 on Norwalk. And Ashley Drost will shoot a 1-1 for the Indians with 1:14 to play. Ashley, a 66.7% free throw shooter. Indians looking to cut the gap. Free throw is up and off. Ball runs to the near side. Drost tried to get it back, but it last touched her. And the ball goes to Norwalk with 1:12 to go in the half. Amanda Fay had checked out briefly and now comes back in to replace Ashley Drost. And Lindsay Holmberg back in for the Indians, replacing Boonder. Bellizzi on the right wing. She'll put up a 15-footer and hit it. Bellizzi with 11, 20-12 Norwalk. 54 seconds to go in the half. Holmberg right of the lane, lobs it for Kelderman, left coffin corner. Pass intended for Kaylee Johnson on top, tipped away by Schmidt. Kaylee Johnson gets it back for the Indians. 37 seconds to go in the half. Pass tipped and was tied up. Fay tying up Bice, and the possession arrow favors Oskaloosa with 32 seconds to go in the half. Kelderman to inbound at midcourt on the near side. Gives it for Holmberg. For Creer left wing at the arc. Back for Kelderman between the circles. Are the Indians going to go for the last shot? Doesn't seem like it. Entry pass for Creer, high post left, was tipped around, still loose on the floor. And apparently a Norwalk player had it, and they call timeout. It's a short timeout, so we'll keep it here with 14.1 seconds to go in the half. And Norwalk with a 22-12 lead over Oskaloosa. Norwalk has led throughout, and this equals their biggest lead. Closest the Indians have been was 7-6 in the first quarter. Gianna Belizzi with 11 points to lead the Norwalk scoring. Ashley Dross with 4 for Oskaloosa. 13 seconds to go in the half. Bice brings it across, run a double screen to the left for Lammers, who's back in high top of the key. Here's a 3 from Bice from the left. That doesn't go. Rebound Booner, and the Indians don't have a chance to do anything with it. And our score at halftime on Senior Day in Oskaloosa is Norwalk 20 and Oskaloosa 12. We'll come back and sum up the first half when we come back to Oskaloosa High School in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia is dedicated to providing their customers with friendly service. Falvey Lumber and Hardware values your business and has made it their mission to provide reliable products and services with their customer-driven approach. Falvey's courteous professional team is able to support a range of services to meet your requirements. Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia. In Eddyville, call 969-4814 or Albia 932-2150.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancella. We're at halftime. Girls High School basketball. The Norwalk Warriors leading the Oskaloosa Indians 20-12 at intermission. And this one seems like when the Indians get close, Norwalk is able to get another couple of points and pull away for a little bit. Norwalk has led the game throughout. They led 11-6 at the quarter. Their biggest lead is the one they have now, 8 points at 20-12. And Norwalk led offensively by senior Gianna Belizzi, who has a three-pointer and 4 twos for 11. Hannah Elchis has a basket, 5 of 6 at the line for 7. Jocelyn Bice has a basket for 2, and that is the Norwalk scoring. Jaden Lammers, Olivia Johnson, Elise Wormerskirchen, Kara Schmidt, and Kennedy Wright have all played and have not scored. Norwalk 5 of 6 at the line. All of those by Elchis for 83%. Unofficially 5 turnovers against Norwalk, and unofficially they have 7 rebounds, 2 on the offensive side. Norwalk with 11 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, for their total of 20. Oskaloosa led by senior Ashley Drost with 2 baskets, 0 for 1 at the line for 4. Emma Kelderman 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Kaylee Johnson has a basket for 2. Marley Denberger has a basket for 2. Amanda Fay 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Lindsay Holmberg 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Macy Creer has played, and so has Aubrey Boonder for Oskaloosa. and they have not scored. Indians 4 of 6 at the line, 66.7%. 11 turnovers against the Indians. And unofficially, Oskaloosa with 15 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side. Oskaloosa with 6 points in the first quarter and 6 in the second for their total of 12. As far as fouls go, Olivia Johnson has 2 for Norwalk, the only player on their side with, I beg your pardon. Kennedy Wright also with 2 fouls for Norwalk. And for Oskaloosa, Marley Denberger has 2 fouls. And it's Norwalk in the lead at halftime, 20-12. As I mentioned, the playoffs for both these teams will get underway on Wednesday night in Class 3A play. Class 4A play. I'll get to 3A in a second. That'll be again on Wednesday night with the Oskaloosa Indians going to Washington. Washington had a win over Oskaloosa this season, 54-32 back on January the 14th. We'll have the game from Washington on KBOE-FM. Our coverage will start at 6:45, tip-off at 7. We will also have video of the game on KBOEradio.com. So we'll have all the coverage of that. If the Indians do win, they would play Saturday night, the 16th, at Marion, which was ranked number 1 of the state in Class 4A in the last poll. The 4A and 5A final rankings won't be released until Wednesday. Also in Class 4A in Region 8, Norwalk will be playing at Knoxville on Wednesday night, with the winner to play at Pella on the 16th. And Grinnell getting a first-round bye in Class 4A Region 8. They will host either ADM or Carlisle on Saturday the 16th. In Class 4A Region 4, Newton will be at Bondurant-Farrar on Wednesday night. 4A Region 2, Dallas Intergrams will host Winterset on the 13th. 5A Region 3, Indianola will open play at Johnston on February 16th. And in 5A Region 6 girls, Atomo will host Des Moines Hoover on Wednesday the 13th. I mentioned Class 3A. That gets underway tonight with a few games. EBF will be at South Tama. We'll have that on KMZN AM and FM. Our coverage will start at 6:45 tonight. Eric Zamora will have the play-by-play of that for you starting at 7. That'll be on KMZN. Other games tonight in Class 3A Region 7. Davis County at Centerville, Albia at PCM, and Sheraton at North Polk. Class 2A play starts tonight. In Region 6, Pella Christian will be at Pleasantville for a 7 o'clock game. The winner of that contest will play Pekin on Tuesday night, and that will be here in Oskaloosa at 7 o'clock. Also in Class 2A Region 6 tonight, Cardinal Eldon is at Wayne in Corridon. Our halftime score once again is Norwalk 20, Oskaloosa 12. We'll be back for the start of the second half when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM and the No Coast Network.
My name is Luke Harris, and I'm proud to be a local farmer. Partnering with Flighton State Bank helps me in my farming enterprise to make sound day-to-day decisions from a financial perspective, because they provide the financial stability and advice that I need to run my business the way it needs to be ran.
Staying healthy has just gotten quicker and easier. Pella Regional Health Center's walk-in clinic is there when you need it. And now you can reserve your spot with convenient online reservations. Goodbye waiting room. Hello walk-in reservations. Go to www.pellahealth.org/walk-in to reserve your spot at Pella Regional's walk-in clinic. Pella Regional Health Center, providing healthcare and healing services with Christian compassion.
Fred's Muffler Shop in Oskaloosa has been a family-owned and operated business for over 55 years and is proud to support our community and the student athletes in it. Fred's Muffler provides their customers with bumper-to-bumper quality work done with hometown dependability and competitive prices. Come see what's new at Fred's Muffler Shop in the brand new showroom located at 1214 A Avenue West in Oskaloosa.
Hey, did you know there's a great way to shop your local businesses and save money? It's called Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo. You'll find gift certificates at discounted prices from businesses like your Oskaloosa Hy-Vee, Mahaska Drug, Brown Shoe Fit, Nailed It, Book Vault, and many more Oskaloosa and area businesses. Shop local and save big at Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo to start saving today.
Back at Oskaloosa High School, I'm Joe Lancello. Senior day for the Indians, but they are trailing Norwalk 20-12. Final regular season game for both the Oskaloosa and Norwalk girls, as they'll go into the Class 3A playoffs starting on Wednesday night. Remember, it's Coaches versus Cancer here at Oskaloosa High School today as well. There's a silent auction going on in the lobby with proceeds going toward the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. So if you haven't made your way down here yet, come on over. Worth the price of admission and worth making a bid for the silent auction to help kick cancer's butt. Norwalk on the inbound to start the second half, going from left to right in the traveling purple with white. Lammers left wing at the free throw line for Belizzi, driving the lane, shot up and off. Emma Kilderman rebounding for Oskaloosa. Indians going from right to left in the home white with maroon. Kaylee Johnson right wing, back for Holmberg. Now Drost right block, turnaround shot up and in. Ashley with 6, the Indians within 6 at 20-14. 30 seconds played in quarter number 3. Lammers left wing, guarded by Kaylee Johnson. Back off for Bice at the top of the key. The freshman gives it for Elchis outside the arc on the right. Elchis looking inside the zone, can't find anything. Finds Belizzi right baseline, back off for Elchis. Elchis for Lammers, driving to the left wing to the top of the key. For Bice, now for Elchis on the far side. Belizzi high post left, driving to the basket, shot over the backboard and out of bounds. Indians ball with 6:54 to go in the third. We've only had one three-point basket made by either team in this game, and that was by Norwalk. Dross, right block turnaround, that doesn't go. Olivia Johnson, the Norwalk rebound. 6:40 to go in the third. Bites in the front court, stops with the free throw line, gives it back for Belizzi, who'll drive the lane. Now Elchis right baseline, kicks it out left corner for Bice. She'll try a 3 and hit it. Me and my big mouth. Bice with 5. She's a 26% free throw shooter, but she hasn't tried that many tonight. Holmberg trying to dribble against a double team and lost the ball. Belizzi on the takeaway, and she'll lay it up and in. Belizzi with 13, 25-15 Norwalk with their biggest lead. Just over 6 minutes to play in the third. Kelderman driving left of the lane, throws it across the lane for Drost. Shot doesn't go. Olivia Johnson the rebound. And a foul on Kelderman, as Olivia Johnson was trying to get away. First foul on Kelderman, first on the Indians in the half. Marley Denberger out for Oskaloosa, and Macy Creer back into the Indians lineup. Norwalk on the inbound into the front court with Bice high on the right side for Olivia Johnson. Left wing for Lammers. Kelderman tried to reach in for a steal, didn't get it. Elchis on the top. Elchis driving right of the lane, stopped by Drost. Off for Bice, left corner, 3 is off. Olivia Johnson with the Norwalk rebound. Just her third offensive board of the night. Lammers with a wide open 3, high left, and it's good. Jaden Lammers' first bucket. 28-14 Norwalk. They're off to an 8-2 start on the quarter. Here's a Drost Drive from the right, around and out, and a foul. Ashley to the free throw line to shoot 2. Olivia Johnson admits the foul. That's her 3rd. First player in the game to reach 3 fouls. Draw 6 points on the game. 0 for 1 at the line tonight. Trying to get the Indians back in. Makes the first. Marley Denberger back in for Oskaloosa to replace Kilderman. And Kennedy Wright in for Norwalk to replace Olivia Johnson with the 3 fouls. Drost with 7 points tonight. She's leading Oskaloosa in scoring. Second free throw up and in. 28-16. Indians down by a dozen with 5:13 to go in the third. Bice in the front court. Left wing, Belizzi driving to the basket. Denberger got a piece of the ball. The shot didn't go, and Drost the Oskaloosa rebound. Holmberg for Kaylee Johnson on the near side as the Indians go right to left. Johnson's progress was stopped, and they called her for travel. 13th Oskaloosa turnover. Women's college basketball today, it was William Penn beating Baker 68-48. No word yet on the men's game. Belizzi between the circles for Norwalk, guarded by Lindsay Holmberg. For Bice on the left wing, pulls up near the block and scores. Bice with 7. 30-16 Norwalk, equaling their biggest lead. Creer right corner for Drost, middle of the lane. Back off for Creer outside the arc on the right. For Holmberg into the lane, 12-footer doesn't go. Lammers the rebound. Belizzi in the front court with 4:17 to go. Belizzi going all the way and letting it up and in. 15 for Belizzi. 32-16 Norwalk, just over 4 minutes to play in the third. Full court press again from Norwalk. Holmberg dribbling against it into the front court on the far sideline, and a foul called as she was trying to drive the sideline to the far side. And a foul called against Hannah Elchis of Norwalk, her first, and the second team foul on the Warriors in the second half. Kaylee Johnson out, Marley Denberger back in for Oskaloosa as the Indians inbound baseline right. Holmberg right corner for Drost in the right block. For Creer, she'll drive toward the baseline. Get it back to Drost. It was a low pass. And that will be a reach-in foul on one of the Norwalk players. It's on Kennedy Wright, and that's her third. Wright and Olivia Johnson are the two primary low post players for Norwalk, and they both have 3 fouls now. Here's a pass for Holmberg in the lane. Shot, no, and a foul. And Lindsay to the line with 3:44 to go in the third. And Wright just committed her 4th foul. And the 4th team foul on Norwalk. Holmberg's first free throw short. So Kennedy Wright will come out, and Kara Schmidt, a 5'9" senior, comes in for Norwalk. The tallest Norwalk players in foul trouble. The second free throw by Holmberg is no good. Missed both. And Elchis the rebound. 32-16 Norwalk, 3:36 to go in the third. Lammers left corner. And the left block for Elchis. For right wing Belizzi, back for Elchis. Left corner Bice with a rainbow 3. That's off. Denberger the Oskaloosa rebound. 3:22 to go in the half. The Indians down 16. Holmberg for Kelderman outside the arc on the left. Back for Holmberg, dribbling toward the left corner. Gives back for Kelderman between the circles for Denberger. Marley left-hand dribble to the free throw line. Stops off for Kelderman for check that. Creer on the right wing. Entry pass for nobody in a white shirt. And the ball came loose. And a foul called on Oskaloosa on Marley Denberger. That will be her third, and the second on Oskaloosa in the second half. Norwalk on the inbound midcourt on the near side with 2:56 to go in the third. Norwalk outscoring the Indians 12-4 in this third frame. Bice from the left wing, pull up, shot off the glass and in. Bice with 9, 7 in this third quarter. 34-16 Norwalk. And off the inbound, it's stolen by Norwalk. Bice a drive, shot off the glass, no good. Kelderman the rebound. Under 2.5 to play in the third. Denberger in the front court, or on a draw screen. Into the lane against the triple team. Shot doesn't go. Marley got her own rebound. She's in awfully deep, trying to force it up. That didn't go. And the rebound finally corralled in the near corner by Belizzi. 2:11 to go in the third. Elchis right wing. They swing it back out for Bice. High left three is up. Off the rim, no. Rebound tipped. It goes out of bounds on the far sideline, and it will be Oskaloosa ball. Kaylee Johnson and Aubrey Boonder will come back into the game for Oskaloosa. Creer and Holmberg will sit down. Kelderman, Kaylee Johnson, Boonder, Drost and Denberger, the 5 on the floor for Oskaloosa, who inbound far sideline near the corner against the full court press. They back off the press. Kaylee Johnson to the front court on the far side with under 2 minutes to go in the third. Kaylee stopping the baseline for Kelderman in the lane, driving, fouled. And Emma will shoot 2. Kara Schmidt with the foul. That's her second. That's 5 on Norwalk in the half. Kelderman to the line. 2 of 2 at the stripe tonight. Free throw up and in. Indians trailing 34-17. With 1:51 to go in the third quarter. Left-hander second free throw is around and in. Emma 4 of 4 at the line tonight. The Indians cut it to 34-18. 1:48 to go in the third. Belizzi into the lane, kicks it back off. Now, Bice on the left, on top for Belizzi. Belizzi started to drive left lane, gives it to Bice. She'll drive the baseline, pull up 6-footer. No good. Kaylee Johnson, the Oskaloosa rebound. 1:30 to go in the half. Johnson between the circles, driving through the lane. Stop, was tied up, or we have a foul. It is going to be a foul on Norwalk, and that is team foul 6 on the Warriors. It's on Hannah Elchis, her second. Oskaloosa will have the bonus on the next foul. Indians inbound from the far side. Kelderman backs up on the dribble for Denberger, top of the key for Drost, who was trying to split a double team and was fouled. Drost to the line for a 1-and-1. Jaden Lammers with the foul, her second, and that's 17 fouls on Norwalk. Drost at the line with 8 points, 2 of 3 at the line. This is a 1-and-1, and she made the front end. 34-19, Oskaloosa trailing with 1:11 to go in the third. Now, if the Indians can get to the line and make them, and also make some defensive stops, they can be back in this. Free throw off the bracket, off the top of the rim, no good, and Norwalk get the rebound. Elchis into the front court to the near side as Norwalk go left to right. Bice between the circles with 1 minute to go in the third. Bice for Elchis outside the arc, high right side. For Schmidt, high post right. As she starts to drive in, we've got a whistle and a foul. Aubrey Boonder commits the foul, her first, the third on Oskaloosa in the half. Norwalk inbound with 50.7 to go, and a pass for a wide open Elchis underneath to score a bunny. Elchis with 9, 36-19 Norwalk. 41 seconds to go in the third. Denberger's pass intended for Drost was broken up and picked off. 15th Indians turnover. Belizzi trying to dribble through the crowd. The ball squirted out. Comes for Drost, or check that for Bice on the far side. Her 8-footer doesn't go. Denberger the rebound. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, rather. And Schmidt called for a reach-in foul on Drost, who was trying to get a pass near the right block. And that is Schmidt's third foul, the 8th on Norwalk. So the tallest Norwalk players in foul trouble. Wright with 4, Schmidt with 3, Olivia Johnson with 3. Drost at the line for a 1-and-1 and makes the front end. 10 points for Ashley tonight. 36-20 is the Indians' gap with 16.5 to go in the third. Second free throw for Drost, and she makes that. Ashley with a dozen, 36-21, Oskaloosa trail. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. Bice between the circles to the left. Lammers left wing near the corner. Back off for Belizzi to shoot a 3. That's off the bracket, no good. And the rebound will come off to the near side. Nobody will get it, and that's the quarter. After 3, Norwalk 36, Oskaloosa 21. Fourth quarter in a minute on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
You got to worry about an adrenaline dump. This guy either doesn't know what he's doing, or he's extremely confident in himself to walk out to something like this. Raining down the paint now. You're the main event. You've been waiting all night to fight. It's all bottled up.
Your winner.
Your station for classic hits and local programming is 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Hear artists like Hart, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Journey, and many more. KMZN is also where you'll find the Game of the Week. Wake up with Bob's Morning Brew weekdays at 6 a.m. and catch Brother Dave in the afternoon. It's all on 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Listen online at radiokmzn.com and with the free smartphone app available at Google Play and the iStore.
The Indians have made only 5 baskets tonight, compared to 11 free throws. So if Oskaloosa can start scoring 2 or maybe 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time, they can get back into this. They're trailing 36-21 as we start the final 8 minutes. Holmberg, right wing for Kelderman between the circles. Oskaloosa going right to left in the fourth quarter. Kelderman top of the key, Drost left wing of the bend of the arc. Gives it for Kaylee Johnson in the free throw circle. Kaylee off for Holmberg on the right wing. On top for Denberger, or on to draw screen, shooting off the mark. And out just the rebound. She's had a solid game for Norwalk. And a foul on Denberger, and that is her fourth team foul. Denberger, the only Oskaloosa player with more than 1 foul. So Macy Creer comes back into the Indians lineup. Creer, Kaylee Johnson, Drost, Holmberg, and Kelderman, the 5 on the floor for Oskaloosa. Bice driving through the crowd in the middle of the lane. Shot doesn't go. Ashley Drost the rebound. 7:16 to go in the fourth. Kelderman for Drost left block. Back out for Holmberg. Jumper is short. Schmidt the rebound. For Belizzi into the front court. Driving, scoring, and a foul. Belizzi with 15 points and a chance to add to it after the foul on Oskaloosa's Macy Creer, her second and 4th team foul. 38-21 Norwalk with 7 minutes to play. Check that 5th Oskaloosa team foul. Belizzi with the free throw. She has 18. Aubrey Boonder will come back into the game for Oskaloosa. And Holberg will sit down. 7 minutes to play. Oskaloosa trailing 36-21. At the hands of Norwalk, the only team that Oskaloosa has beaten in conference play this year. Full court pressure from Norwalk. Kaylee Johnson in the front court far side. Pulls up at the three-point line for Drost right block. Back for Kaylee Johnson, the right baseline. Try to get a shot, gives it back for Kelderman, high right. Drost in the right block, turnaround shot on Schmidt, around and in. 13 for Ashley Drost. 39-23 Indians trail. 6:28 to play. Schmidt driving toward the right block. Progress stopped by Drost. Kicks it back out for Bice. Bice driving the lane through 3 players. Shot off the bracket and drops in. Bites with 11. She only had 2 in the first half. And her coming alive offensively has helped Norwalk get this lead, which is now their biggest, 41-23, with just over 6 minutes to play. Kelderman left wing, Drost in the lane, double team, kicks it back out for Kaylee Johnson. Fake the shot, and her pass picked off by Bice. Bice on the run, driving, layup, no, but a foul. Jocelyn Bice to the line with 5:46 to play. Macy Career with the foul, her third. It's Oskaloosa's 6th. So Norwalk will have a chance at a 1-and-1 here on the next Oskaloosa foul. Bice, a 45.5 free throw shooter, 45.5% free throw shooter, makes the first. Amanda Fay and Lindsay Holmberg back in for Oskaloosa as Drost and Boonder check out. Belizzi has checked out for Norwalk as Bice makes the second free throw, got them both. 43-23, Norwalk with a 20-point lead. Fay right block, trying to move on Schmidt, does. Shot off the glass too far, and Bice the rebound. 5.5 to play. Left wing jumper from Schmidt from 12 is short. Rebound Elchis in the lane. Ball was poked away. Elchis getting it back. Elchis right corner for Lammers. Now this one to the far side for Schmidt. Thrown into the right block for, or left block for Wimmerskirchen, who's back in the game. Elchis started to drive, ran into an Oskaloosa player. No foul called, and Norwalk keep the ball. Lammers top of the key with under 5 minutes to play. For Bice, driving left wing. Kicks it off for Elchis on the right. Whistle. And contact away from the ball on the Indians. And that'll be Oskaloosa foul 7. Kaylee Johnson's second foul. That's 7 on the Indians. Johnson out. Aubrey Boonder back in for Oskaloosa. As Henna Elchis will shoot a 1-and-1 for Norwalk with 4:54 to go. Trying to add to a 43-23 lead. Makes the first free throw, one more on the way. Elchis 6 of 7 at the line tonight. She has 10 points. 3 Norwalk players in double figures. Elchis makes the second as well. 45-23 Norwalk. Olivia Johnson comes back into the game for Norwalk to replace Elchis. Inbounding against full court pressure, but then Norwalk backed it off. Holmberg for Kelderman high on the left side with 4:44 to go. For Fay, left block against a double team. Shot off the glass and in. Amanda Fay with 3. 45-25, Indians trail with 4:35 to go. Left corner 3 is up. High off the bracket from Lambert. Shot is out of bounds. It will go to Oskaloosa. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE-FM in Oskaloosa. I'm Joe Lancello with you from Oskaloosa High School, where the Indians trail Norwalk 45-25 on senior night. And we've got the boys game with Oskaloosa and Norwalk coming up. That should be a dandy. Norwalk ranked number 2 in the state, and they are the Little Hawkeye Conference champions for the 18-19 season. Holmberg into the front court. Kelderman outside the arc on the left, dribbles toward the top. Emma stops, gives her career on top. 3 on the way, off the bracket, no. Off the rim, no. Rebound, Fay, put back up and off. Battle for the rebound, Fay has it again. For career on the far sideline, Macy driving to the baseline, lost the ball, but it's last touch by Macy out of bounds. And goes to Norwalk with 3:56 to play. Kaylee Johnson in, Lindsay Holmberg out for Oskaloosa. Indians with Kaylee Johnson, Fay, Drost, Kelderman, and Creer on the floor. Olivia Johnson, right wing, driving on Fay, going all the way, and will lay it up and in. Olivia Johnson's first basket, 47-25. Norwalk in front, equaling their biggest lead with 3:38 to play. Johnson to the front court on the far side, double team. Ball was poked away. Johnson gets it back, but now they call over and back on the Indians. Unofficially, the 18th Oskaloosa turnover. Marley Denberger in for the Indians again. And Jillian Jennings, a 5'8 sophomore, in the game for the first time for Oskaloosa. Joining Drost, Creer, and Kaylee Johnson on the floor. Bice around his screen to the right. Gives it for Lammers. Now Schmidt on the left. Pass in the left block, Olivia Johnson. Kicks it out for Schmidt outside the arc on the right. Back in the block for Olivia Johnson, driving in a foul with 3:10 to play. Team foul 8 on Oskaloosa. It's on Jillian Jennings, her first. Olivia Johnson, a 48.6% free throw shooter at the line for Norwalk, shooting 2, and the first one off the bracket, no good. Norwalk will improve to 6-15 on the season and 3-10 on the conference. Oskaloosa will go to 2-18 overall, 1-12 in the conference. 48-25 Norwalk, as Johnson made 1 out of 2. Denberger between the circles. Left hand dribble in the lane, puts it up from 10, shot doesn't go, but a foul. Marley to the line with 2:58 to play. That's on Jocelyn Bice, her first, 9th team foul on Norwalk. This is a 2-shot foul, but the next foul will give Oskaloosa the double bonus. Denberger makes the first. Marley, a 49% free throw shooter. And the senior with 3 points tonight. Second free throw, up and in, got both. 48-27, Oskaloosa trailing with 2:57 to play. Bice into the front court. To the left wing for Schmidt, who drives the lane, dumps for a wide open Olivia Johnson to score. Olivia with 5, 50-27 Norwalk with 2:41 to play. Jennings top of the key, Denberger left wing, 15-footer good. Denberger with 6, 50-29, Indians trail, under 2.5 to play. Pass down low for Olivia Johnson. Kaylee Johnson tried to tie it up. Norwalk get the ball back. Schmidt left wing drive, dumped down low, intended for Olivia Johnson, off an Oskaloosa body part, and the ball goes out of bounds. Aubrey Boonder and Emma Kelderman back in for Oskaloosa, replacing Kaylee Johnson and Jillian Jennings. Lammers on the inbound baseline right with 2:17 to play. Gives it left block. Olivia Johnson tried to force her way through players. Didn't get a shot away. Norwalk still with it. Schmidt driving in the lane. Back off for Bice. Bice driving in the lane. Kicks it back off for Lammers, high right, as we near the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Bice from the right wing around the arc to the far side now for Lammers. She'll hand it for Schmidt, who'll drive into the lane, dump it down low for Olivia Johnson. Progress blocked by Drost. Norwalk kick it back out with 1:45 to play. Bice on the top, hands to the far side for Lammers. Pass down low, finds an open Schmidt, who scores. Kara Schmidt's first basket. 52-29. Norwalk's biggest lead with 1:26 to play. Ball is tipped out of bounds on the far side. Indians will keep the ball, and Norwalk will make major changes. Lauren Bice, the older sister of Jocelyn, a 5'7" senior, 5'7" junior, is in the game for the first time. Aubrey Blanco, a 5'9" junior, will check in for Oskaloosa to replace Drost. Indians on the inbound, hash mark far side. Denberger, left block, shot doesn't go, but a foul. With 1:20 to play. Foul was on Mackenzie Korselman, a freshman. Her first. Denberger at the line to shoot 2, missed the first. 52-29 Norwalk with 1:20 to play on Oskaloosa's senior night. Denberger got the second, 1 out of 2. 7 for Marley tonight. 52-30 Indians trail. Alexis Suk up into the front court. Right wing for Bowles. Now driving left of the lane is Lauren Bice. That shot didn't go. Indians get the rebound. Kaylee Johnson in the front court. 1 minute to play in the ball game. Kilderman left wing. Blanco left block shot, around and out. Bowles the rebound. 53 seconds to play. Bowles hands for Alexis Sukup. Start to drive left of the lane and a foul with 50.1 to play. Or 42.4 to play. Check that. Emma Kilderman with the foul. That's her second. The 9th Oskaloosa team foul. Alexis Sukup looking for her first point of the season and getting it right there with the first free throw. Alexis is a 5'6" sophomore. Her twin sister Emma also on the Norwalk basketball team. Ellie Henry, a 5'6" sophomore into the game for the first time. As the seniors get a nice hand, second free throw missed. Blanco the rebound. Brooke Allen also in the game for Oskaloosa. 53-30. Norwalk leading, 34 seconds of play. Henry between the circles. Gives for Allen. Started to drive right of the lane. Back off for Henry between the circles. Blanco for Kaylee Johnson. Blanco in the lane. Shot around and in. Aubrey with her first basket. 53-32. 12 seconds to play. Pull-up jumper by Sukup from 16 doesn't go. Kaylee Johnson the rebound. 4 seconds ago. Johnson into the lane. Shoots off, and that's the ball game. Norwalk finishes the regular season on a winning note as they beat the Oskaloosa Indians 53-32 in the regular season finale. We'll come back in 2 minutes. We'll run down the scoring here, and we also will have the Senior Day ceremonies honoring both the Indians boys and girls basketball players and the cheerleaders. We'll come again, the final score, Norwalk 53, Oskaloosa 32. We'll come back to Oskaloosa High School in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Whether you have great credit, not so great credit, or even no credit at all, everyone is welcome at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. And if your credit score is not so great or even bad, we have the vehicles with extra rebates and incentives to help you rebuild your credit and get you into a nice, dependable vehicle. So whether your credit is great or not so great, let my staff at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa help get you into a nicer, more dependable vehicle.
See what See First has for you. Crazy good rates. Complete convenience. Cash for what you need. Capital to grow. Join the crowd. Try us. Join us. Because together is better.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Van Welden, your local expert at Malcolm Lumber. At Malcolm Lumber, we pride ourselves in being your local lumberyard. We boast competitive prices that you find at the big box stores and unmatched service that the big box stores can't provide. Our one-on-one service is what sets us apart. Our knowledgeable experts are here ready to help build you a better future. And thanks to the community for having us all these years.
You can continue to find Malcolm Lumber at our 3 locations in Grinnell, Montezuma, and Oskaloosa. Malcolm Lumber is here for you. Start now.
The Senior Day ceremony is underway here at Oskaloosa High School, honoring the girls seniors first. Let's listen in and watch for those of you watching on KBOEradio.com.
Future plans will be attending college in the fall and majoring in health sciences and pre-nursing. Emma Kelderman, daughter of Jeff and Carol Kelderman. David Memory, adventures with Kaylee, Marley, and Lindsay, and annoying TC every day in practice. Future plans. Attending the University of Iowa while majoring in communication sciences and disorders. Emma Lumsden, daughter of Annette Lumsden. Favorite memory. Bus rides with the girls and making soup and popcorn with Selena on the sidelines at practice. Future plans to attend Indian Hills and study radiology technology. Selena Locker, daughter of Shannon Steele. Favorite memories, bus rides home with the girls and popping popcorn and doing homework on the sidelines with Emily at practice. Future plans, attend William Penn University to be a part of the digital communication program. And now for our boys basketball team. Jackson Blythe. Jackson is the son of Vaughn and Amy Blythe. Jackson is a 2-year member of the varsity basketball team. His favorite basketball memory is making it to the well last year and building relationships with my pros that will last a lifetime. Jackson's future plans are to attend Iowa State University and study criminal justice. Tucker Irwin. Tucker is the son of Tony and Ann Irwin. Tucker is a 2-year member of the varsity basketball team. His favorite basketball memory is staying in the hotel and all the team bonding. Tucker's future plans are to attend William Penn University to play football and major in physical education and coach. Austin Astor. Austin is the son of Todd and Sandy Astor. Austin is a 2-year member of the varsity basketball team. His favorite basketball memory is going to state last year and playing cards in the hotel room. Austin's future plans are to attend William Penn University to play golf and to major in digital communication. Cole Henry. Cole is the son of John and Maggie Henry. Cole is a 4-year member of the varsity basketball team. His favorite memory, helping the 2018 team to state and seeing all the young kids look up to the team. Cole's future plans are to attend the University of Northern Iowa to play basketball, and he is currently undecided on his major. And finally, Ryan Yates. Ryan is the son of Doug and Julie Yates. Ryan is a 4-year member of the varsity basketball team. His favorite memory is getting to play in front of the best student section in the state, night in and night out for the past 4 years. Ryan's future plans are to attend Kirkwood Community College to play baseball and major in sports management. Now for our cheerleaders. Veronica Bowenbaugh. She is the daughter of Wade and Noel Bowenbaugh. Veronica's favorite memory from the cheer season is eating with the girls and coaches before away games. Next year, Veronica plans to continue her education and swimming career at Salem University in Salem, West Virginia. She plans to major in business management. Claire Kelderman. She is the daughter of Jeff Kelderman and Jamie Bush. Claire's favorite cheer memory is trying out new stunts with the girls and taking Jack to basketball games instead of riding the bus. Next year, Claire plans to go to the University of Iowa and major in psychology.
And a nice hand for the Oskaloosa seniors and their parents. Thanks to all of them for their hard work over the years. For the girls, Ashley Drost, Marley Denberger, Lindsay Holmberg, and Emma Kelderman. For the boys, Jackson Blythe, Tucker Irwin, Austin Hafter, Cole Henry, and Ryan Yates. And two senior cheerleaders, Claire Kelderman and Veronica Balaba. Veronica just last night making it official that she signed a letter of intent to go to Salem University in Virginia for their swim program. So best of luck to all the seniors in their future, which will include a few more high school moments and memories, we think, here. I'm Joe Lancello. The girls' game between Oskaloosa and Norwalk is completed with Norwalk winning that one 53-32. The Warriors led from buzzer to buzzer, 11-6 at the quarter, 20-12 at halftime. Breaking it open in the third quarter, extending the lead to 36-21. Their biggest lead was 52-29 late in the game, and the final margin 53-32 as Norwalk improves to 6-15 on the year, 3-10 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Oskaloosa now 2-18 to finish the regular season, 1-12 in the conference, and Oskaloosa will be on the bottom of the table in the Little Hawkeye Conference. Checking the scoring for Norwalk, 3 players in double figures. Gianna Belizzi with a three-pointer, 7 twos, 1 at the line for 18 points. Jocelyn Bice had a three-pointer, 4 twos, 2 of 2 at the line for 13. Hannah Elches had 2 baskets, 7 of 8 at the line for 11. Olivia Johnson, 2 baskets, 1 of 2 at the line for 5. Jaden Lammers had a three-pointer for 3. Kara Schmidt had a basket for 2. Alexis Sukup, 1 of 2 at the line for 1. Norwalk, who did not make a free throw in the first game against Oskaloosa, much different tonight, 12 out of 15, 80%. Just 5 turnovers against the Warriors and 19 rebounds unofficially for Norwalk. Warriors with 11 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, 16 in the third, 17 in the fourth for their total of 53. Oskaloosa led offensively on senior night, appropriately by one of the seniors. Ashley Drost with 4 baskets, 5 of 7 at the line for 13. Marley Denberger, another senior with 2 baskets, 3 of 4 at the line for 7. Senior Emma Kelderman with 4 of 4 at the line for 4. Kaylee Johnson had a basket for 2. Amanda Fay a basket, 1 of 2 at the line for 3. Aubrey Blanco with a basket for 2. Lindsay Holmberg, 1 of 4 at the line for 1. Macy Creer, Jillian Jennings, Aubrey Boonder, Ellie Henry, and Brooke Allen all played and did not score. Oskaloosa 14 of 21 at the foul line, a very good 66.7%. 18 turnovers against the Indians. That really hurt tonight. And Oskaloosa unofficially 30 rebounds, 8 on the offensive side. Oskaloosa with 6 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second, 9 in the third, 11 in the fourth for their total of 32. For the Norwalk girls, their next game will be the opening round of the 3A playoffs when they play at Knoxville on Wednesday night. And for Oskaloosa, their next game will be the opening round of the Class 4A Region 7 playoffs at Washington. 7 o'clock tip-off on Wednesday night. And we'll be on the air at 6:45 on KBOE FM. And we'll also have video of that game on KBOEradio.com. We'll come back and get you set up for tonight's boys matchup between Oskaloosa and Norwalk. We'll do that when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Hi, I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Amber Coffee.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones, Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement goals. For sound financial advice, contact your local Edward Jones professional today. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Oskaloosa Vision Center's hometown doctors have strong roots in Oskaloosa and are dedicated to serving the community. We use state-of-the-art equipment to provide high-quality, professional eye care through comprehensive eye exams, medical care for eye infection and disease treatment, as well as emergency aid and pre- and post-operative care. With our large variety of prescription glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses, we strive to meet the needs of all patients, from newborn to adult. Oskaloosa Vision Center. Come see us today.
Keep up to date on what's going on at the Quincy Place Mall in Ottumwa by joining our text club today. Simply text QPM to 64600. You will receive reminders of our sidewalk sales and other events. Also, when you join our text club, you will be entered for a chance to win a gift certificate. So join our text club today. Text QPM to 64600 and don't forget to like us on Facebook. We'll see you at the Quincy Place Mall at 1110 North Quincy Avenue in Ottumwa.
Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancello, getting ready for boys basketball with the Oskaloosa Indians taking on the Norwalk Warriors. You see the Oskaloosa players warming up in pink t-shirts. This is also Coaches versus Cancer Day here at Oskaloosa High School. There's a silent auction going on right now with proceeds going to the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. So come on down to the lobby and check things out in the silent auction. Maybe you can outbid me on something. And again, it's a great cause, and girls basketball coach J.C. White's marketing class has been working on this. And again, hoping to raise a bunch of money for the Cancer Center here at Mahaska Health Partnership in Oskaloosa. The matchup now, Oskaloosa versus Norwalk. Norwalk has now wrapped up the Little Hawkeye Conference Championship. They beat Dallas Center Grimes 74-56 last night. The Warriors 12-1 in the conference, 16-3 overall, and Norwalk is ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A. And they're on an 11-game winning streak. Norwalk first started to get some attention across the state when they beat Oskaloosa 58-46 back on December the 18th in Norwalk. Bowen Bourne had 29 points on that night, 10 of 24 shooting from the floor. Bourne has also had a 47-point night against Pella within the last couple of weeks. So he's a guy that is just able to get a lot of shots. He's also able to get to the foul line. You don't want to put him there because he's an 84.6% free throw shooter going into last night's game. But he has been to the line 123 times. The rest of his teammates have been to the line 190 times combined. So he'll make stuff happen there, and he is also not afraid to shoot from three-point range. He's a 37.3% three-point shooter. And this is not a one-man team by any way. Tyler Johnson is a 6'4" junior who's averaging 15 a game. And also in the middle, you've got to watch out for Tyler Endress. It's hard to miss him. He's 6'7", 310 pounds. He has signed a letter of intent for a football scholarship to play on the offensive line for the University of Iowa next season. So that'll be an interesting matchup with Endress and Oskaloosa's Xavier Foster. And the Indians are going to want to do a lot better to show the folks at Norwalk that they're a solid team. If the Indians are able to win out, not just tonight's game, but the game Monday at home against Grinnell and Tuesday at Newton, the Indians can be tied for second in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They'll be tied for second with Pella. The conference standings going into this afternoon: Norwalk at 12-1, Pella 10-3, Indianola and Oskaloosa are both 7-3. Pella Christian is 5-8, Grinnell 3-8, Dallas Center Grimes 3-10, and Newton at 0-11. We'll come back to Oskaloosa High School and give you our Craig Ford keys of the game and the starting lineups and this afternoon's game between Norwalk and Oskaloosa. We'll do that when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network.
Water is more than just a source of life. We have fun with it, clean with it, grow with it, save lives with it. How water gets to us is rarely ever thought about. But at Clow Valve Company, water is never taken for granted. We design and build some of the most advanced water valves and hydrants in the world from one of the cleanest, greenest, and safest facilities in the United States. Clow Valve Company, it's more.
Last year, the Bank Iowa team completed almost 9,000 community service hours. Oofta! That's more hours than a year contains. It's refreshing to see a bank that cares. That's actually why I chose to bank with Bank Iowa. They're a local bank that invests in community, and the community that matters most is the one that we're both a part of. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn more about our personal, commercial, and agricultural banking services, or go online to bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For all your home and business pest management needs, call Certified Pest Control of Oskaloosa. Beth and I offer better prices, better service, same-day responses, and satisfaction guaranteed. We are the only pest control company locally owned and operated. Remember, termites on your property will lead to wood structural damage. So call now for your termite inspection and ask about termite pre-treatment of new construction. We also offer bed bug heat treatments. For seasonal or monthly pest control at the guaranteed lowest prices in the area, call Certified Pest Control, 641-295-0700. We are licensed to kill.
We all need help from time to time, especially during life's health transitions. Whether you're getting back on your feet or looking for a new place to call home, Care Initiatives is here. For over 25 years, we've helped Iowans maintain independence and quality of life. Rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice care. No matter what life brings, our team of experts are ready. Care Initiatives for life's health transitions.
Welcome back to Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancello. The Oskaloosa boys getting ready to take on the Norwalk Warriors in just a couple of minutes. Here's a look at the starting lineups for tonight. Starting with Norwalk, the Little Hawkeye Conference champions, 16-3 on the year, 12-1 in the Little Hawkeye Conference, ranked number 2 in the state in Class 3A by Associated Press. Norwalk will have Carson Raper, a 6'1 senior, Scott Anderson, a 5'8 junior, Bowen Bourne, a 5'11 junior. Their leading scorer going into the weekend. Don't have any numbers from last night's game, but Bourne averaging 28 points a game. Tyler Johnson is a 6'4 junior, averaging 15 a game going into the weekend. And Tyler Endress is a 6'7 senior, averaging 13 points going into the weekend, and also averaging over 7 rebounds a game. Chris Larson is the coach of Norwalk. As I say, the Warriors, the Little Hawkeye Conference champions. For Oskaloosa, they will have 3 guards to get things started. Tyler Miller, a 5'9 junior, averaging just under 2 points a game. Austin Hafner is a 5'10 senior, averaging 6.9. He's a 43.1% three-point shooter. Ryan Yates rounds out the backcourt, a 6'5 senior. Ryan averaging 11.4 a game. And he had the 2 free throws with 2.8 seconds to play on Thursday night. That gave the Indians their 50-49 win over Pella Christian. Noah Van Veldhuizen is a forward, a 6'2 senior, averaging 4.7 a game. And in the middle, Xavier Foster, a 7-foot junior, averaging 14.7 points, 12.5 rebounds, and 6.7 blocks a game. Xavier is the Indians' career leader in block shots. He has the season record for this year, the single season record this season for block shots. And he's adding to that right now with 107 and counting. Foster on Thursday night at Pella Christian, 15 points, 16 rebounds, and 6 block shots. Not a bad night's work. Ryan Parker, the coach of Oskaloosa, the Indians 11-5 overall, 7-3 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. As I mentioned a little bit ago, the Indians can win, or excuse me, they can finish tied for second with Pella if they win out the remainder of the schedule. Besides this game today, the Indians play at home Monday night against Grinnell in a makeup game, then another makeup game Tuesday night at Newton. We'll have both those games for you on KBOE FM and KBOEradio.com. Only video of Monday night's game with Grinnell. Time now for our keys of the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. First of all, realize that Bowen Bourne is going to get his points. Whether it's one at a time or 2 at a time, he is going to score. So if you can keep him quiet, great. If you can keep everybody else quiet, better. Something else would be to keep Norwalk off the free throw line. Going into the weekend, Norwalk a 72.8% team shooting at the stripe. Most of that is Bowen Bourne, who's an 84.6% free throw shooter. And I guess the final key would be hold Norwalk to 1 shot if you can. If Xavier Foster can minimize the impact of Tyler Endress in the middle, that will make a big difference. And it'll be interesting to see how much Foster comes out on the top of the key to make it a threat of a 3-point shot, and it'll be interesting to see if Endress comes out with him. Norwalk being introduced wearing black shirts with silver numbers and letters and silver trim. Tyler Endress being introduced. As I said, he's 6'7", 310 pounds. I'm reminded of what a guy in roller derby back in the 70s used to have. A guy named Pete Boyd used to have the nickname the moving wall. And Endress reminds me of that nickname right there. Now the Oskaloosa starters introduced. Tyler Miller is a 5'9" junior, averaging 1.9 a game. Well, I've actually gone over that, haven't I? Other games go. Let me wrap up. Those are our Craig Ford keys to the game, brought to you by Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. There are some other games going on this afternoon. Indianola's boys and girls are playing at Mount Pleasant in a matinee. Another matinee has Newton's boys playing at Sheraton. Tonight, Grinnell's boys will play at Knoxville, and also tonight, Grinnell's girls will host Newton. Ryan Parker, the coach of Oskaloosa, 7-3 in the conference, 11-5 overall. Oskaloosa started the season ranked number 1 of the state in Class 3, but now the Indians out of the top 10 poll. Norwalk has zoomed past them into the number 2 spot. And Oskaloosa win tonight could put them back into the top 10 as they start to build some momentum for the postseason. Foster to jump center against Endress, and the Indians control the tip. They'll go from left to right in the home white with silver and maroon. Yates left wing of the hash mark. Foster out on the left wing looking to back in against a double team. Turnaround jumper, overshot the basket. And Raper the rebound. Add for Bourne into the front court. Pull up three from the top is good. Did I mention Bowen Bourne's a 37.3% shooter from three-point range? 3-0 in favor of Norwalk. Half a minute played. Van Veldhuizen left wing. On top for Foster. Endress does not go with them. They just stay in their zone. Hafner, top of the key, gives it back for Tyler Miller. Will shoot from the free throw line. That's no good. Battle for the rebound. Controlled by Bourne. Bourne to the front court far side. Crossover dribble with the left hand. Gives it for Raper left corner. He'll dribble the top and give for Anderson. Tyler Johnson right wing to the sideline. Back out for Bourne. Swing it to Raper on top. Anderson on the left wing. Now Tyler Johnson on the top around an Indra screen. Right corner Raper with a three. That's off the mark. And Ryan Yates the Oskaloosa rebound. Ryan ahead for Tyler Miller. Kicks it off for Hafner. Wide open three on the right. Around and out. Tyler Johnson the rebound for Norwalk. Johnson in the front court for Bourne right wing, guarded by Tyler Miller. Bourne around a screen to the top. For Johnson high on the left side. Johnson drives in the lane. Gives for Raper. Johnson thought about the three. Yates stuck with him defensively. Now a three from Johnson high right. That doesn't go, and Foster yanks the rebound down. Minute 45 played. Indians down 3-0. Yates in the front court left wing. Hands for Hafner near the left sideline. Foster will shoot a three high left. Around and out. Raper the rebound. Bourne quickly into the front court in transition. Bourne around an Indra screen to the right. Three on the way, up and in. Bourne with all 6 Norwalk points at 6-0 in favor of the Warriors. 5:47 to go in the quarter. Tyler Miller moseys across midcourt and gives for Ryan Yates. Left-hand dribble to the far side. Now around a Foster screen to the top. Step back three is good. Ryan Yates gets the Indians on the board, trailing 6-3 with 5:29 to go in the first. Here's a Bourne three from the left. This one's an air ball. And Hafner the rebound for Oskaloosa. Yates in the front court. He'll pull up a three on the left. That's off the mark. No, and Endress the rebound. With a little assist from Raper as Endress was able to take it off Raper's chest. Bourne driving the lane. Pull up 14-footer is good. Bourne with 8. 8-3 Norwalk. And Oskaloosa with a short timeout. 5:01 to go in the quarter. And the Indians down 8-3. With Bowen Bourne with all 8 points of the game for Norwalk, and just a couple of minutes I've seen, this kid has got gym rat written all over him. And there's nothing wrong with that. Checking just down the way at Penn Gymnasium this afternoon, it was William Penn's women beating Baker 68-48, and the Statesmen men defeating Baker 87-41. 87-81, I'm sorry. So a sweep for the William Penn basketball teams today. Yates into the front court far side, guarded by Scott Anderson. Pass for Foster, left block, looking to drive, and a foul on Johnson, I believe. It is on Tyler Johnson, his first foul of the ball game. Yates on the inbound baseline left, attacking the basket to our right. Tyler Miller at the free throw line, backs up on the dribble. As the Indians set up the offense. Miller driving to the right of the lane. Off the double team, gives it for Yates. Hafner far side around a Foster screen. Hafner for Yates. Looking for a cutter. Drives off a Tyler Miller screen. Will put up a 10-footer. Doesn't go. Rebound Foster, and he's fouled before he could put it back up. Carson Raper commits the foul, his first, second team foul. Indians on the inbound baseline left. Yates driving through the crowd in the lane. Shot is well short. He ran into Endress, which, like I say, is running into a wall. Raper driving from the left wing into the lane and threw it. Oh, almost thrown away. Bourne tried to save it, but he wound up bouncing the ball on the near sideline. First Norwalk turnover, Oskaloosa ball with 4:06 to go in the first. Indians down 8-3. Yates will take his time into the front corner on the far side. Guarded by Anderson. Yates around to Foster and Van Veldhuizen screen to the near side. Back for Van Veldhuizen on top. 3 on the way. Off the mark. No. Raper the rebound. And he climbed the back of Endress to get that ball. Bourne into the lane. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Shot doesn't go. Foster reaching up to control the ball. After able to save it. And now it's in Foster's hands. Good hustle by the Indians. 3.5 to go in the quarter. Nice bounce pass from Yates to Tyler Miller to score. Indians down 8-5. Ryan Yates averaging 5.8 assists a game to lead the team. And a nice pass by him there. Tyler Johnson for Anderson on the far side. Dribbles to the top. Bourne left wing started to drive and was fouled. Foul on Tyler Miller of the Indians. First foul on him and the first foul on Oskaloosa in the game. Endress out. Sam Rohr, a 6'3" senior, into the game for the first time. Norwalk with the ball. Anderson driving in the lane. Now for Bourne left wing around a screen. Bourne free throw line extended left. Dumps it off down low for Rohr. Shot is up and in off the glass. Sam Rohr's first bucket. 10-5 Norwalk. 2:50 to go in the quarter. Tyler Miller right wing into the lane, around the lane to the left. Gives it for Yates left coffin corner. Lobs it down low. Juggled and intended for Foster, and Norwalk able to save it and take it away. Bourne into the front court, waiting for reinforcements, out driving right of the lane. Kicks it back off for Raper. Now down low. Shot intended for Rohr, and he got clobbered as Foster was trying to block the shot. Van Veldhuizen actually is called for the foul. That'll be his first and the second on Oskaloosa. Sam Rohr, a 6'3" senior, to shoot 2 for Norwalk with 2.5 to go first quarter. Norwalk up 10-5, make it 11-5 as he makes the first free throw. Rohr averaging less than a point a game going into the season, and he's now 6 of 9 at the line for the season. Second Rohr free throw up and in, got them both. Rohr with 4. And Norwalk with a 12-5 lead. Under 2.5 to go first quarter. Yates into the front court around an Isaac Schultz screen. Isaac has just checked in for the Indians, replacing Tyler Miller. Hafner on the left. Kicks it back for Isaac Schultz on the top. Isaac's had a couple of nice games lately, doing things that don't show up on a scorecard but really help a team. Hafner, 3 from the top. Bango! Austin Hafner's first points. Indians cut the gap to 12-8 at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Bourne to the top, driving left of the lane through the crowd. Shot didn't go. Van Veldhuizen the Oskaloosa rebound. Minute 50 to go in the quarter. Yates in the front court. Hafner on the left. Left block Foster, guarded by Tyler Johnson. Foster against a double team. Spin move in the lane and a score. Xavier Foster's first bucket. Indians now within 2 at 12-10 with a minute 35 to go in the quarter. Closest the Indians have been, as Norwalk's first bucket was a 3. The man who scored that, Bourne, has the ball on the far sideline. Now for Anderson, high right. Tyler Johnson, right sideline. Trying to dribble it on Yates, has a screen. He'll shoot a 3 from the top and hit it. Tyler Johnson's first bucket. 15-10 Norwalk in front with a minute 8 to go in the quarter. As we say, Johnson, a strong second banana, would be a top banana on many teams. Here's a Yates 3 from the top. That's good. Ryan's second bomb of the game. He's got 6. The Indians again within 2, 15-13 with 52 seconds to go in the quarter. Bourne between the circles, backing up near the halfway line. Gives for Raper on the left wing. Back out for Bourne. And Norwalk going full 4 corners. Raper on the top with 34 for Bourne. Start to drive to the lane, stopped at the free throw line and circled back. Bourne yo-yos the dribble on the near side with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. They are going for the last shot. Isaac Schultz isn't close enough to force Bourne to really make a serious move or do anything else. Bourne just moseys to the far side of the hash mark with 9. Bourne now drives. Raper, right corner, 3 is up and in. Carson Raper's first basket. Van Veldhuizen with a heave. That goes nowhere at the end of the quarter. After 3, Norwalk 18, Oskaloosa 13. Second quarter in a minute on KBUE FM at the No Coast Network.
Hello, this is Wade Davidson, owner of Rock Island Tap, and I want to invite you to come down and check out the tap. We are excited to offer you 59 various beer selections, including 24 craft and domestic beers. We not only offer unique beers, but we can get you mixed drinks, wine, and my famous vodka and Jameson Bloody Marys. We are looking forward to offering lots of events and live music. You're going to want to keep updated on all activities and live music, so be sure to like us on Rock Island Tap Facebook page or call 641-676-ROCK for more information. Come on down to the Rock Island Tap, relax, and enjoy a few with us.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
We have a couple of scouts from Fairfield in the area, in the press area here, doing a little scouting because Fairfield is the number 2 seed in the substate that the Oskaloosa Indians are in. And now we've got an issue with the scorers table. The Indians started the regular season against Fairfield, and they could very well face them later on with a trip to state at the line. Norwalk inbounding to start the second quarter. Anderson high on the right side, driving, kicks it off for Johnson. A long 3 from the right doesn't go. Raper runs down the rebound for Bourne, driving left to the lane. Shot swatted by Foster before he could get to the glass. Here come the Indians. Long ball half to right corner. Now for Yates high in the near side. Yates around to Van Veldhuizen screen, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Good! Yates with 8. Indians within 3 at 18-15 with 7:18 to go in the half. Raper left wing around a screen to the far side, gives it off for Tyler Johnson. Johnson for Bourne in the lane. Floater is up, off, but a foul. Bourne to the line with 7:08 to go in the half. Isaac Schultz with the foul, his first, third on the Indians in the half. Bourne at the line, and the free throw off the bracket. And there was a new from the crowd, like they don't see that very often, and they don't, because Bourne, as I said, an 84.6% free throw shooter. Jackson Blythe into the game, a 5'10 senior for Oskaloosa, replacing Van Veldhuizen. Bourne makes the second, so 1 of 2. 9 points in the game for him, and Norwalk a 19-15 lead, 7 minutes to go in the half. Hafter around a short screen to the right, driving all the way and scoring. 5 for Austin Hafter, 19-17. Indians within 2 with 6:50 to go in the half. Tyler Johnson, right wing. They swing to the far side for Bourne, guarded by Schultz. 3 on the way, off the mark. Yates the Oskaloosa rebound. Indians with a chance to take their first lead or tie it. Schultz right corner for Foster down low against a double team, puts it up short. Xavier got his own rebound, trying to make some move shot, no and a foul. Foster to the line with 6:29 to go in the third. Tyler Endress commits the foul, his first, just the third on Norwalk in the half. Foster at the line, Xavier a 50% free throw shooter. First free throw on the way and off. 19-17 Oskaloosa trailing Norwalk with 6:29 to go in the half. Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE FM in Oskaloosa. Joe Lancello with you from Oskaloosa High School on Senior Day. Foster makes the second, 1 of 2. And it's a 19-18 game, Indians within 1. Foster with 3 points on the afternoon. Bourne left wing, throws it across for Tyler Johnson. Now for Scott Anderson on the near side. Endress sets the screen on the far side. Anderson goes around that, almost lost the ball. Bourne gets it back on the far side. Bourne driving right in the lane, kicks it off for Raper. Now Johnson faked the 3. Now he'll shoot the 3 and hit it. Tyler Johnson with 6, 22-18 Norwalk. Under 6 minutes to go in the half. Blythe into the front corner of the near side. Yates right wing standing on the three-point line. Now starting to back his way into the basket. Posting up, pulling up, scoring. 10 for Ryan Yates. Again, Oskaloosa within a bucket, 22-20. Bourne high on the left side for Raper. Dribbles to the top and finds Anderson high on the right. Anderson driving wide of the lane. Kicks it back out for Bourne. Around an indirect screen to the top. Bourne driving in the lane. Left corner Raper, three is up. Off. Rebound tipped, controlled by Yates for Oskaloosa. Ryan long ball intended for Schultz. Nice job by Tyler Johnson to get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds. Oskaloosa to inbound with 5:14 to go in the half. Trailing 22-20. Yates on the inbound, baseline left, attacking the basket to our right. Blythe for Yates on the left wing. Ryan will dribble it back out and set things up. Yates around a Blythe screen. Kicks it out for Schultz on the left wing. Near the lane, back out for Blythe, left wing of the sideline. Blythe around a screen, into the lane, kicks it out for Schultz. Isaac with an open three, off the mark. Bourne the rebound. Bourne to the front court. Kicks it out for Tyler Johnson. His three is blocked. Foster came out to block it. Here's Yates, a long three on the left wing. Bango! And the Indians with their first lead, 23-22, with 4:35 to go in the half. Timeout Norwalk. 4:32 to go in the half. What had been a 7-point Norwalk lead is now a 1-point Oskaloosa lead, 23-22. Back in a minute on the No Coast Network.
If you think there's room for improvement in your investment game plan, or that maybe you should send in some new plays, take a time out and talk to an experienced investment professional. I'm Bob Auld of Robert Auld Investments, an investment advisor with over 31 years of experience in Oskaloosa and Southern Iowa. Let me help you find some new strategies. Call 673-9448 or 1-800-444-AULD.
Robert Auld is a registered representative offering securities and investment advisory services through SagePoint Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia is dedicated to providing their customers with friendly service. Falvey Lumber and Hardware values your business and has made it their mission to provide reliable products and services with their customer-driven approach. Falvey's courteous professional team is able to support a range of services to meet your requirements. Falvey Lumber and Hardware in Eddyville and Albia. In Eddyville, call 969-4814 or Albia 932-2150.
Oskaloosa with their first lead, 23-22 on the Ryan Yates three. Norwalk with the ball. 4:25 to go in the half. Tyler Johnson for Bourne on the left. Room to drive, and a reach-in foul called on Tyler Miller, who's back in the game for Oskaloosa, giving Schultz a break. Tyler commits the foul. That's his second, the fourth on Oskaloosa. Bourne at the line to shoot two. He's got 9 on the game, make that 10 with the first free throw. Tyler Miller, after a brief appearance, comes out. Isaac Schultz back in for the Indians. Schultz, Yates, Foster, Blythe, and Hefner in the game. Bourne with the second free throw, and Norwalk back in the lead, 24-23. Second lead change. Yates around a Schultz screen to the right. Looking to post up. Fall away is up and in. 15 for Yates. 25-24 Oskaloosa back in front. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. Tyler Johnson holds high on the right side. Gives it for Anderson. Back for Tyler Johnson near the center circle. Johnson for Anderson, driving, finding Bourne, rejected by Foster. He may have been poked in the face. We play on. Blythe into the forecourt for Yates. Three-pointer left corner off the bracket, no good. Enders trying to swat the rebound away. It's loose, still loose. It's a hot potato, finally controlled by Anderson. Long ball picked off by Schultz. Second Norwalk turnover. Yates three from the left, bingo! Yates' fourth bomb of the game. 28-24, Oskaloosa in the lead. 3 minutes to go till halftime. 18 for Yates. The average is 11-4 a game. Anderson driving right of the lane, pulls up near the block, gives for Anderson the free throw circle. Back off for Bourne, around the screen, backing up, pulling up, kicks it off. Open three from Anderson from the right is good. They are good at shooting threes. Scott Anderson's first points of the game. 28-27, Oskaloosa leading, 2.5 to go in the half. Yates with a three from the right, that's off the mark. Endress the rebound. Norwalk with a chance to go back ahead with under 2.5 to go in the half. Bourne driving the lane, left-hand shot up, no. Foster the rebound. Foster seems fine. I don't know if he took a shot in the lower jaw or something like there. Yates left baseline. Off for Schultz outside the arc on the left. Isaac, they leave him alone. He'll shoot the three and hit the three. Steve Winwood basketball. When you see a chance, take it. 31-27 Oskaloosa with under 2 minutes to go in the half. Bourne around an ender screen. Foster came out to contest it. Foster and Schultz trying to fight off the screen and get the ball, and a foul called on the Indians. This is on Xavier Foster. It's his first. Fifth foul on Oskaloosa in the half with 1:48 to go. Sam Rohr back in for Norwalk to replace Tyler Endress. 5 fouls on Oskaloosa in the half. Norwalk with 3 as we've got 1:45 to go in the half. Norwalk with the ball trailing Oskaloosa 31-27. Bourne around a Rohr screen, tried to get a return pass. It was low. It was picked up by Blythe, and we got a foul on Norwalk. Sam Rohr commits the foul, his first. Fourth on Norwalk in the half. 1:32 to go in halftime, and a little pressure in the backcourt from Norwalk. They back off it quickly. Jackson Blythe into the front court. Isaac Schultz outside the arc on the left for Foster. Beat the triple team and caught the pass, and as he was going for the shot, he was fouled from behind by Rohr. That's Rohr's second. That's now 5 on Norwalk in the half. Foster at the line with 1:20 to go in the half. Foster 1 of 2 at the line today, makes the first one here. Foster, the only Oskaloosa player to shoot free throws today. He's now 2 out of 3. 32-27 Oskaloosa with the lead. And he makes them both. 33-27, that's the Indians' biggest lead. 1:18 to go in the half as the Indians trying to beat the Little Hawkeye Conference champions. Raper between the circles. Now gives it off on the right wing for Ward. Driving to the free throw line. Back out for Bourne. Driving right of the lane. Beats everybody. Kicks it off for Raper left corner. Now for Anderson. Back out for Bourne. I thought they had a chance at a good shot there, and they passed it up. 54 seconds to go in the half. Tyler Johnson around at Rohr screen. Now dribbles back to the far side. Raper with a 3 from the right, and that's good. They've got their spots, and they can hit those threes. 33-30. Oski's lead is 3. 38 seconds to go in the half. Schultz on top. To the lane. Left corner, Blythe. Around a Schultz screen, driving the lane. Ball is tied up. The possession arrow does favor Oskaloosa. So the Indians will keep it with 30.2 to go on the half. Yates on the inbound baseline left as Oskaloosa attack the basket to our right. Throws it in for Foster. Lobs for Hafner on the top. And he'll hand for Yates. The Indians, I think, are going to go for the last shot. 20 seconds to go in the half. Yates dribbles to the far side and hands for Blythe, who hands for Yates. 13 seconds in the half. Yates backs up on the dribble, has a Schultz screen. He'll go around that to the right. Ryan pulls up. Blythe fake the 3 from the left. He'll shoot a 17-footer. That's off the mark. Rebound ricochet off a Norwalk player, and that's the half. And we got a good one here, as you would expect. Our halftime score, Oskaloosa 33, Norwalk 30. We'll come back and sum up the first half when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE FM and the No Coast Network.
At Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, getting your prescription filled is easy. The large covered drive-thru and easy access to the front door is convenient, and the friendly staff is always ready to help you. With a variety of goods and home decor, Mahaska Drug is sure to have the perfect gift for any occasion. Have your favorite photos developed and framed at Mahaska Drug's framing counter, and cherish your memories for years to come. It's all at Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa, where they have been committed to a healthy community for over 20 years. Call 673-3439 or stop in today.
Hawkeye Real Estate is your one-stop source for everything real estate in Mahaska County and the surrounding area. Whether commercial, residential, or acreages, we've got you covered with the area's largest pool of real estate professionals, full-time support staff, and property management services. With over $19 million in sales volume for 2016, Hawkeye continues to be Oskaloosa's leading real estate office. Discover what thousands already know. When it's time to make a move, get the Hawkeye Edge.
My name is Luke Harris, and I'm proud to be a local farmer. Partnering with Flight and State Bank helps me in my farming enterprise to make sound day-to-day decisions from a financial perspective because they provide the financial stability and advice that I need to run my business the way it needs to be ran.
Staying healthy has just gotten quicker and easier. Pella Regional Health Center's walk-in clinic is there when you need it. And now you can reserve your spot with convenient online reservations. Goodbye waiting room. Hello walk-in reservations. Go to www.pellahealth.org/walk-in to reserve your spot at Pella Regional's walk-in clinic. Pella Regional Health Center, providing healthcare and healing services with Christian compassion.
Back at Oskaloosa High School, we're at halftime. Joe Lancello here. This is Coaches versus Cancer Day. And after we went to break, there was a Chuck-a-Duck contest. The money from the little ducks that you see scattered on the floor there would go toward that. And the proceeds from all the Coaches versus Cancer events here at Oskaloosa High School today will go to the Cancer Center at Mahaska Health Partnership. So a very nice thing here, and we seem to have a couple of cancer survivors moving onto the floor here. Glad you're still here to enjoy the game. In more ways than one. A dandy basketball game here as well, as Oskaloosa is leading Norwalk 33-30. Norwalk stormed out to a 6-0 lead. Their biggest lead was 12-5 in that opening quarter. The score after one was 18-13 in favor of Norwalk. Oskaloosa stormed back in the second quarter. We had 3 lead changes and a tie, and Oskaloosa coming on thanks to some solid shooting from Ryan Yates. Their biggest lead was 33-27. The lead is now 33-30 after 2 quarters. Leading the scoring for Norwalk is Bowen Bourne, the 5'11 junior, with 2 threes, 1-2, 3 of 4 at the line for 11 points. Carson Raper, 2 threes for 6. Tyler Johnson, 2 threes for 6. Sam Rohr, a basket, 2 of 2 at the line for 4. Scott Anderson, a basket for 3. A 3-pointer for 3. Tyler Endress started and has not scored. Norwalk, 5 of 6 at the line, 83%. Just 2 turnovers against Norwalk in the first half, and unofficially, the Warriors with 9 rebounds, only 1 on the offensive side. Norwalk with 18 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second for their total of 30. For Oskaloosa, Ryan Yates is the man with the William Tell shooting touch. 4 threes, 3 twos for a total of 18 points. Xavier Foster has a basket, 3 of 4 at the line for 5. Austin Hafner has a 3 and a 2 for 5. Isaac Schultz, a 3-pointer for 3. Tyler Miller, a basket for 2. Noah Van Veldhuizen and Jackson Blythe have played and have not scored. Oskaloosa, 3 of 4 at the line, 75%. just one turnover against the Indians. Norwalk with 2, so it's a very well-played game in that point. Both teams able to keep possession of the ball. And Oskaloosa unofficially with 12 rebounds, 3 on the offensive side. Oskaloosa 13 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second, for their total of 33. As far as fouls go, Rohrer with 2 fouls for Norwalk, no one else more than 1. For Oskaloosa, Tyler Miller with 2, no one else more than 1. Did I mention that Tyler Miller has a basket? I hope I did earlier. I think we're covered there. Neither team got into the bonus in the first half, so it'll be interesting to see how things move in that direction. Again, Oskaloosa, if they win out, they can tie for second place in the Little Hawkeye Conference. They would need to win tonight. They would also need to win Monday night at Grinnell when they play at home against Grinnell. I beg your pardon, that's a home game on Monday night. And then Tuesday night at Newton, which would wrap up the regular season. Both the games on Monday and Tuesday, approximate 7:45 starts, will be on the air roughly at 7:30 on KBOE FM. Maybe a little bit sooner because it would depend on when the junior varsity game ends, because those are boys-only affairs. Earlier today in the girls' game, it was Norwalk beating Oskaloosa 53-32. Oskaloosa's girls now get ready for the playoffs, which will open Wednesday night at Washington. Pre-game at 6:45, tip-off at 7 on KBOE FM. We will also have video of the game at Washington on KBOEradio.com and the No Coast Network and our apps and all that good stuff. Boys high school basketball games from last night. Albia beat Clark 60-44. Baxter over Linville Sully 61-52. English Valley's over Tri-County 59-47. Fairfield beat Fort Madison 69-33. Norwalk over Dallas Center Grimes 74-56. Ottumwa beat Des Moines Roosevelt 58-49. PCM over Sadell 76-48. Pella defeated Grinnell 56-44. Boys basketball, almost forgot one. Wayne defeated Melcher Dallas 67-47. Later tonight on KMZN, AM and FM, we will have girls basketball, the opening round of the Class 3A playoffs as Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont plays at South Tama. That will be a 7 o'clock tip-off. Eric Zamora with the pregame at 6:45 on KMZN, AM and FM. And if the name South Tama sounds familiar, it should or will to Oskaloosa fans, because South Tama is the team that Oskaloosa will play in the opening round of the Class 3A Substate coming up on Monday the 18th. And that will be right here at Oskaloosa. We'll have it on KBOE FM. Our coverage will start at 6:45 on Monday the 18th. Tip off at 7. Our halftime score again, Oskaloosa 33, Norwalk 30. The start of the second half in 1 minute on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
Fred's Muffler Shop in Oskaloosa has been a family-owned and operated business for over 55 years and is proud to support our community and the student athletes in it. Fred's Muffler provides their customers with bumper-to-bumper quality work done with hometown dependability and competitive prices. Come see what's new at Fred's Muffler Shop in the brand new showroom located at 1214 A Avenue West in Oskaloosa.
Hey, did you know there's a great way to shop your local businesses and save money? It's called Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo. You'll find gift certificates at discounted prices from businesses like your Oskaloosa Hy-Vee, Mahaska Drug, Brown Shoe Fit, Nailed It, Book Vault, and many more Oskaloosa and area businesses. Shop local and save big at Big Deals. Log on to KBOEradio.com and click the Big Deals logo to start saving today.
Second half about to get underway with Oskaloosa hosting Norwalk. Norwalk will inbound it at midcourt to start the second half. Their original starting five: Raper, Anderson, Bourne, Johnson, and Endress on the floor. Norwalk going from left to right in the traveling black with silver. The Oakland Raider look. Even though purple is the school color and there's no sign of it there. Here's Bourne driving right of the lane. Shot, no, and a foul. First team foul on Oskaloosa in the second half. It's on Tyler Miller. That is his third. And he will get a quick trip to the bench, and Isaac Schultz back in for the Indians. Tyler Johnson on the inbound baseline right as they attack the basket to our right. Here's a three from Bourne. That doesn't go. Austin Hafner, the Oskaloosa rebound. Indians, had their original starting five to start the second half. Now it's Schultz, Yates, Foster, Van Veldhuizen, and Hafner on the floor. Foster right baseline, tried to get a pass across the lane to Van Veldhuizen, but was broken up by Anders. Just the second turnover against Oskaloosa. Bourne into the lane. Right corner, Raper back out for Bourne on the left. Tyler Johnson outside the arc on the right. Left-hand dribble in the lane. Pass intended for Enders down low. Foster got in the way of that. Third Norwalk turnover. Yates in the front court. Indians go right to left. Foster three, high left. Bingo! Foster can hit the three. Teams have to respect that. Foster with 8. Indians up 36-30. Just over a minute played in the third quarter. Anderson on the near side on top for Raper. Back for Scott Anderson, and he'll give it for Bourne on the top around his screen. Bourne in the lane. Got to the far hash, goes to the far sideline. Anderson on the dribble, far side, trying to find an opening, gives it back for Anderson. Anderson driving left of the lane, stopped at the block. No place to throw to except back for Tyler Johnson to try again. Johnson around a Raper screen to the near side. Now they swing it to the far side for Anderson. Now for Bourne, it came off a foot. Bourne able to get it back. Now around an ender screen, pulls up the free throw line. Foster blocked the shot. And a foul going to be called because Foster, on the follow through, so to speak, landed on Bourne. It's Foster's second foul, the second on the Indians in the half. Not a shooting foul because it was on the follow-through of the blocked shot. The body's forward progress, if you will. Johnson on the inbound, hash mark on the near side. Throws it for Anderson, no over and back on inbounds plays. Anderson between the circles for Raper high on the left, around his screen. Knocked down Hafner, looked like we play on. Endress left block. Kicks it out for Bourne, left-hand dribble lane, pulls up from 6, off the bracket, no good. Yates the rebound. Stayed in bounds on his tippy toes to scoop it to Foster. Back for Yates. Hafner outside the arc on the left. Foster left-hand dribble into the lane and a foul. First foul on Norwalk in the second half. It's on Tyler Endress. He's second. Yates on the inbound baseline, left attacking the basket, left threw it to Foster, who hit a 10-footer from the left baseline, good. Foster with 10, 38-30 Oskaloosa, 5.5 to go in the third quarter, and timeout Norwalk. And it's a short timeout, so we keep it here. Oskaloosa with their biggest lead of the game, 38-30. Indians with a 5-0 start to quarter number 3. Oskaloosa with a win can get back into the top 10 of the Class 3A rankings with a win over the number 2 team in the state. And the team that has already wrapped up the Little Hawkeye Conference Championship. Again, the Indians boys 2 makeup games next week. Monday night here at home against Grinnell, Tuesday night at Newton. Tyler Johnson on the inbound for Norwalk in front of his own bench on the far side. Gives it for Bowen Bourne. He'll shoot a three, high right. That's good. Bourne's third three-pointer of the game. He has 14. 38-33 Oskaloosa leading, 5:16 to go in the third. Yates stops at the three-point line on the left. Gives it for Schultz. He's got a wide-open three. He'll instead hand for Foster. For Yates, high on the right side. And he'll end for Austin Hafner. Man-to-man defensively by Norwalk. Schultz outside the arc on the right for Yates. Ryan double teamed on the far side, off for Schultz. He'll shoot a three. That's off the bracket, no good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Endress. 4:40 to go in the third. Bourne high on the left side. Back pedal off the dribble as he's guarded by Isaac Schultz. Endress comes up to set a screen. Foster comes out with him. Foster goes down. We play on. Bourne on the dribble. Right corner, Johnson with a three. That's off the bracket, no good. Rebound battle for, and Raper gets it rather for Norwalk. Drive, here's another Johnson three, right corner. That doesn't go. Rebound, Endress. Left corner, Anderson with a three. That's off the bracket, no. And Yates the Oskaloosa rebound. Pass ahead for Isaac Schultz, and he's called for the charge. Schultz's second foul, third on the Indians. And the Oskaloosa student section of the crowd in full voice, they didn't care for that call. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Oskaloosa up 38-33 over Norwalk. Anderson for Bourne on the far side. Driving, left pull-up jumper from 15 is good. 16 for Bourne, 38-35. Oskaloosa's lead now down to three. Here's a Yates three from the top, that's good. Yates' fifth three of the game and a timeout. The Indians take a short timeout with 3:39 to go and a 41-35 lead. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Oskaloosa with 8 threes in the game. Yates with 5 of them and 21 points for the senior. Ryan had a good shooting game against Norwalk the first time. And he was 5 of 8 three-point shooting against Pella Christian on Tuesday night. Not to mention the 2 free throws with 2.8 seconds to play that gave the Indians the win at Pella Christian. No full court pressure from Oskaloosa as Norwalk inbound length of the floor, going from left to right. Bourne to the front court. Endress sets a screen out high. Bourne around it to the left. Pull-up jumper from the left wing, air ball. Yates tried to do the tippy toe act again to keep the ball in bounds, but he got a toe over the baseline. It'll be Norwalk ball with 3:23 to go in the third. That's one of those you do or you don't. We got a whistle away from the ball. Blocking foul called on Norwalk. Carson Raper with the foul, his second. Second team foul on Norwalk. Anybody in the Oskaloosa crowd who would be shouting Max Factor, Maybelline, or Revlon would be understood for thinking so. Yates posting up left block, turnaround shot, doesn't go. Long rebound, run down by Raper. 3:05 to go in the third. Bourne for Anderson. End of the arc on the right side. Back for Bourne. Anderson right side again. Back for Bourne, driving in the lane, dumps it down low for Endress. Foster tried to block the shot. They don't call goaltending, they call a foul. That is Foster's third foul, and the fourth on Oskaloosa in the half with 2:52 to go in the third. Tyler Endress, the 6'7" senior who hasn't scored tonight, will shoot 2 free throws and put the first one off the bracket. Endress, a 54.5% free throw shooter. 41-35 Oskaloosa, 2:52 to go third quarter. Joe Lancello with you on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network. Second free throw by Andrus missed. He missed both. Foster, the Oskaloosa rebound. 2:50 to go in the third. Indians with the ball, up 6. Yates for Hafner, left wing. Foster, left baseline, jumper good. Foster with a dozen. 43-35 Oskaloosa. Indians back to their biggest lead of 8. 2.5 to go in the third. Bourne on the far side. For Tyler Johnson, high right corner. Raper three is up and off. Rebound tipped around. Enders trying to save it, but it was right to Isaac Schultz. Ike on the run, 2-on-4, finds Van Veldhuizen down low. Pass was broken up by Raper. Oskaloosa will keep it with 2:14 to go. Blake Chittenden, a 6'3 senior, comes in for the first time, as does 5'8 sophomore Jonathan Eggers. Endress and Raper check out. I think it's the first time Raper's been out of the game. Tyler Miller back in for Oskaloosa to give Schultz a break. Miller outside the arc on the right off the inbound. Backs up on the dribble. They give him room to shoot. Now he will take the three. It's around and out. Eggers the rebound. 2 minutes to play third quarter. Bourne to the front corner on the right. Three on the way, around and out. Yates the rebound. Ryan pushes up for Hafner. He'll shoot the three. It's around and out. Chittenden the rebound. 1:46 to play. Oskaloosa up 8. Johnson to the free throw line. Heads back for Bourne. Back for Tyler Johnson. Long three from the left off. Foster had the rebound, but he was fouled from behind by Chittenden, who looks like he just threw away $1 million Powerball ticket. Chittenden with a foul, his first. That's 3 on Norwalk in the half. Oskaloosa ball with 1:33 to go in the third. Tyler Miller between the circles. For Yates on the right wing around a Foster screen. Finds Miller down low, left block. Kicks it back out for Yates. Ryan with a nice reach to keep the ball in play. Yates guarded by Bourne. Yates three, high left. Off the mark. Eggers another rebound. 1:08 to go in the third. Bourne, right of the lane, comes back out to the top into the free throw line. Stops left of the lane, gives back for Tyler Johnson. 57 seconds to go, third quarter. Bourne on top around an Eggers screen. Gives it for Eggers on the top. Swing it left side, Tyler Johnson. Spin move toward the block. Into the lane for Chittenden. Now on the far side, Tyler Johnson in the lane scores. 8 for Tyler Johnson. 43-37 Oskaloosa with 35 seconds to go. That's the first 2 for Tyler Johnson. He's had a couple of threes earlier. Yates takes his time across midcourt, gives it to Tyler Miller with 24 seconds to play. And the Indians are going to hold for the last shot. Chittenden comes up to challenge Tyler Miller. He'll hand for Yates with 12. Yates high on the left side. Around to Van Veldhuizen's screen to the left for Tyler Miller. Open down low. Scores the bunny. Tyler Miller with 4. Time running out in the third. Bourne with a 2/3 court heave off the glass. No good. After 3, Oskaloosa 45. Norwalk 37. Fourth quarter in a minute on KBUE-FM and the No Coast Network.
You got to worry about an adrenaline dump. This guy either doesn't know what he's doing or he's extremely confident in himself to walk out to something like this. Raining down the paint now. You're the main event. You've been waiting all night to fight. It's all bottled up.
Your winner. Your station for classic hits and local programming is 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Hear artists like Hart, Billy Joel, Huey Lewis, Stevie Wonder, The Beatles, Journey, and many more. KMZN is also where you'll find the game of the week. Wake up with Bob's Morning Brew weekdays at 6 a.m. and catch Brother Dave in the afternoon. It's all on 99.5 FM and 740 AM KMZN. Listen online at radiokmzn.com and with the free smartphone app available at Google Play and the iStore.
Oskaloosa with the basketball to start the fourth quarter. Leading Norwalk 45-37. The Indians looking to avenge a loss to Norwalk the week before Christmas. And this can also propel them to a spot back in the top 10 as Norwalk now ranked number 2 in the state. Tyler Miller on the far side for Foster, who comes out of right corner. Lobs it on top for Hafner on the top. Van Veldhuizen open 3 left corner. Bango! That's Noah's shot. He hasn't had a whole lot of chance to use it lately. His first points of the game. 48-37, Oskaloosa's biggest lead. And the ball taken by Tyler Miller. He'll drive and lay it up and in. Just the fourth Norwalk turnover. 50-37 Oskaloosa. 7:22 to play. Bourne faked the 3, ran into Tyler Miller, but Tyler is going to be called for the foul, and Bourne is going to get 3 free throws. It's Tyler Miller's 4th foul, and the 5th on Oskaloosa in the half. Norwalk with 3 fouls in the half. Jackson Blythe will check in for Oskaloosa at the next break. Norwalk will make a couple of changes too. Bourne 3 of 4 at the line today, makes the first. The subs won't come in until after the second of the 3 free throw tries. 50-38. Norwalk led by 7 early. Now they're within 11 as Bourne makes the second. Isaac Schultz and Jackson Blythe in for Oskaloosa. Hafner and Tyler Miller will sit down. Endress back in, along with Raper and Anderson for Norwalk. Joining Bourne and Eggers on the floor. Bourne completed the hat trick, all 3 free throws. It's now a 10-point Oskaloosa lead, 50-40. 7:09 to go, regulation. Blythe out high between the circles, guarded by Scott Anderson. Blythe for Foster, who pops out high. On the right side for Yates in the free throw circle. Schultz left corner, open 3, bango! 6 for Schultz. And he's not known as a 3-point shooter. But an open shot is one you gotta take, and he's hit him. 53-40 Oskaloosa. Equaling the biggest lead of the game. Bourne in the lane, shot no, a foul on Isaac Schultz. 3 on Isaac, 6 on the Indians. For Oskaloosa, Miller, Foster, and Schultz, 3. Miller with 4 fouls, Foster and Schultz 3 each. For Norwalk, Raper, Endress, and Rohr 2 each. Bourne missed the first. Second free throw on the way from the left-hander, up and in. He got 1 of 2. 53-41 Oskaloosa with 6:34 to play. Schultz high on the left side. And if Norwalk is not going to come out and guard him, he'll hold it. Now Endress comes out to challenge him. Gives the ball off for Blythe, who's got Anderson all over him. Foster comes out top of the key. Right corner, Isaac Schultz. Back for Foster between the circles. He'll hand it for Yates. Ryan is surrounded by Bourne, gives it for Schultz outside the arc on the right, nearly 6 minutes ago in the fourth quarter. Schultz backpedals, forces Endress to come close to him, and now Isaac hands the ball to Blythe. Blythe on the far side, still on the dribble. I mentioned Steve Winwood basketball earlier. This is a little bit like Clint Black basketball, killing time. Foster in the lane, double team, shovel off for Schultz, left corner, another 3, that's off the mark. Long rebound controlled by Eggers. Into the front court for Bourne with 5:32 to play. Anders near the top of the key, now they find it right corner for Eggers. Eggers dribbles to the top. Now for Anderson, who will hand for Endress. With a baseline shot, he won't take it. Here's a right corner 3 from Anderson that doesn't go, and Yates the Oskaloosa rebound. 5:12 to play. Indians up a dozen with the ball. Schultz right corner. Holds it for Van Veldhuizen at the hash mark far side. Nobody challenging him, so he'll hold it. Raper comes to challenge. Pass for Yates, wide open underneath, and Ryan scores a bunny. The shortest shot he's tried tonight. 23 for Yates. Timeout, Norwalk. 4:51 to play. Oskaloosa with their biggest lead. Indians 55, Norwalk 41. Back in a minute on KBOE FM and the No Coast Network.
Whether you have great credit, not so great credit, or even no credit at all, everyone is welcome at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa. And if your credit score is not so great or even bad, we have the vehicles with extra rebates and incentives to help you rebuild your credit and get you into a nice, dependable vehicle. So whether your credit is great or not so great, let my staff at Craig Ford in Oskaloosa help get you into a nicer, more dependable vehicle.
See what See First has for you. Crazy good rates. Complete convenience. Cash for what you need. Capital to grow. Join the crowd. Try us. Join us. Because together is better.
Bowen Bourne has 20 points to lead Norwalk. Ryan Yates 23 for Oskaloosa. 4:51 to go in the fourth quarter. The Indians leading conference champions Norwalk 55-41. Bourne between the circles, has an ender screen. Will go around to the left and pull up and shoot a three off the bracket. No, Foster the rebound. 4:40 to play. The Indians with their biggest lead, 55-41. Yates left-hand dribble in the front court for Blythe at the bend of the arc on the left. For Foster, Isaac Schultz rather, high right, double team. Gives it for Yates. Foster, room to drive and jam! 14 for Foster. 57-41 Norwalk. 4:13 to play. Bourne driving left lane, pull-up jumper blocked by Isaac Schultz. It comes to Raper for Endress down low. When faced with the challenge of Foster, he instead gives off for Anderson, who shoots a three from the left corner, no good. Yates the rebound. Ahead for Schultz to lay it up and in. Schultz with 8. 59-41 Oskaloosa. Under 4 minutes to play. Bourne around an inner screen to the right for Raper on the left, back for Bourne. Raper into the lane. Whistle. Contact away from the ball where? Foul on Noah Van Veldhuizen, that'll be his second, and the 7th Oskaloosa team foul. So Raper to the line for a 1-and-1 with 3:40 to play. Austin Hafner checks back into the Oskaloosa lineup, replacing Blythe. Here's the free throw by Raper up and in. He'll get one more with the bonus. 59-42. And all Norwalk points in this fourth quarter have been free throws. Second free throw missed. Foster the rebound. 59-42 Indians, 3:35 to play. Foster right corner. Whips it on top for Yates. Ryan will shoot the three and hit the three again. 26 for Ryan Yates. And Oskaloosa up 62-42. And this is the kind of a game that the Indians have that had people thinking they were the #1 team in the state going into the season. Free throw line jumper from Roar doesn't go. And Oskaloosa with a rebound. And think too, the Indians are doing this without Cole Henry, who's still out with a broken left hand. Foster whips it for Schultz down low for a bunny. Isaac with 10. 7 in the fourth quarter. 64-42 Oskaloosa. 2:45 to play. And a drive by Anderson, tried to kick it out to the right corner, and Yates with a steal. Ryan ahead for Schultz. It was broken up by Roar. Just the third Oskaloosa turnover. Here's a Bourne drive shot, no. Van Veldhuizen the rebound. 2:24 to play. Schultz in the front court on the near side as Oskaloosa go right to left. Foster left corner. Holds it above his head, throws it across court for Austin Hafner. Van Veldhuizen right corner. Back out for Hafner at the hash mark far side. To Schultz for Van Veldhuizen right corner. Back out for Yates. 2:05 to play. And the Indians just playing catch. Yates for Van Veldhuizen right baseline. Now he'll drive to the basket and call for a travel. Just the fourth Oskaloosa turnover. With this being senior day, Tucker Irwin, a 6'7" senior, will come into the game for the first time. Jackson Blythe is in for Oskaloosa as well. Joining Schultz, Hafner, and Yates. Norwalk kind of raising the white flag too as they've emptied their bench. Liam Buckley had on the right wing, now on top for Carter Funk. Right wing for Nathan Lane. Not to be confused with the actor. Funk driving in the lane, shot, yes, and a foul. Carter Funk, a 5'11" senior, with a chance at a three-point play with 1:29 to play. Ryan Yates out to get a big hand. Will Schultz, a 5'9" freshman, will replace him. Funk at the line to finish the three-point play, doesn't. Battle for the rebound. It's off Irwin's hand. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Norwalk. Carson Jensko, a 5'10" freshman in the game for the first time. As Jackson Blythe comes out, again a senior, getting a nice ovation. Both Schultz brothers are in the game for Oskaloosa. Pass intended for Jacob Joss is broken up by Schultz. Austin Hafner, another senior, checking out, and Walker Hello Newman, a 5'10" junior, into the game for the first time. .107 to play as Will Schultz drives in the front court and fouled by Carter Funk. His fourth foul on Norwalk in the half. Colton Butler, a 6'4" junior, in the game for the first time to replace Isaac Schultz. Butler, Will Schultz, Newman, Irwin, and Jensko on the floor. Will Schultz for Jensko, left wing, on top for Newman. Walker gives it for Irwin, right block, moves in, scores! That's Tucker's first basket of the year. 66-44 Oskaloosa, 52 seconds to play. Norwalk will drop to 16-4 overall. 12-2 in the conference is how they'll finish. Three-pointer by Funk, left corner doesn't go, and Butler the rebound. 30 seconds to play. Jensko moving in, driving left block, and is fouled with 26.5 to play. That's team foul 5 on Norwalk. Andrew Castaneda with the foul, that's his first. More subs in the game for Norwalk. They had 3 players on their roster listed as wearing number 5, and I don't know who that was. Butler driving to the basket, no, and is fouled with 23.8 to play. Team foul 6 on Norwalk. Colton Butler with 7 points on the year. This is his 11th game. Colton 1 of 6 at the foul line for the season. It's kind of a tough thing when you don't get all that much action. All of a sudden you got to go to the line and shoot, and he makes the first here. Oskaloosa will go to 12-5 on the year, 8-3 in the conference. They have a chance to tie for second if they win out Monday night against Grinnell, Tuesday night at Newton. Second free throw by Butler, up and in, got them both. 68-44 Oskaloosa. The Indians' biggest lead in a game that they really needed. Kick it out on the right baseline. Here's a 3 from the top. That's good. And that is the end of the game. Oskaloosa getting revenge on Norwalk. Norwalk winning at third place December 18th. But Oskaloosa winning big here. The final score, Oskaloosa 68, Norwalk 47. We'll come back to Oskaloosa High School, hopefully get a word with Coach Ryan Parker and a player or two on Senior Day. We'll do that when we come back in 2 minutes. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBUE FM and the No Coast Network.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we're proud to keep the Oskaloosa Indians and their fans safe and feeling good on and off the field. Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy is the expert in injury care, orthopedics, and sports rehab, with a new facility in Oskaloosa, complete with an open gym area in addition to several private treatment rooms. If pain is bugging you, come see the experts at Kinetic Edge for a free injury screen. Find out more, including why the Oskaloosa Indians trust Kinetic Edge, at kineticedgept.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Tyler Van Welden, your local expert at Malcolm Lumber. At Malcolm Lumber, we pride ourselves in being your local lumberyard. We boast competitive prices that you find at the big box stores and unmatched service that the big box stores can't provide. Our one-on-one service is what sets us apart. Our knowledgeable experts are here ready to help build you a better future. And thanks to the community for having us all these years. You can continue to find Malcolm Lumber at our 3 locations in Grinnell, Montezuma, and Oskaloosa. Malcolm Lumber is here for you, start to finish.
For over 30 years, Pella Printing has been leading the way in the print industry with quality equipment, modern facilities, and skilled staff. The Pella approach combines old-world craftsmanship with today's cutting-edge technology to provide brilliant printed products at a value price. They take the time to understand clients' needs from design to pre-press to printing and delivery to build lasting relationships with their customers. Whether you need personalized graduation announcements, oversized posters and banners, marketing materials, or stationery, Pella Printing offers a broad assortment of quality printed products done with speed and precision. Pella Printing, where technology and craftsmanship meet.
Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Amber Coffey.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Brandon Kane.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Jennifer Main.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Jason Rosenboom.
I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor, Austin Norris.
If your saving for retirement strategy involves the phrase, "I'll get around to it someday," you need to talk with an Edward Jones Financial Advisor. When it comes to meeting your goals, time can be on your side, and there's no better time than now to get started toward your retirement.
5, 4, 3, 2, come back.
The Oskaloosa players coming back out on the floor in a guard of honor from the students. And a few more fans as the Indians have something to celebrate, a 68-47 win over Norwalk here on Senior Day and also Coaches versus Cancer Day at Oskaloosa High School. I'm Joe Lancello, and it started out as a close game. Norwalk had come out to a 12-5 lead, and they led at the quarter 18-13. Oskaloosa came back in the second quarter. We had 3 lead changes, tied once, and Oskaloosa had the edge at intermission 33-30. But in the third quarter, Oskaloosa increased that gap and pretty much kept Norwalk off the board. The Indians leading after 3, 45-37, and then just totally taking away in the fourth, outscoring Norwalk 23-10. Norwalk with just make that 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. And trying to come back from an 8-point deficit is difficult to do one at a time, and then you've got the Indians shooting threes the way they did. 11 3-pointers in the game tonight for the Indians, as they win at 68-47. Their biggest lead was 68-44 tonight. Let's run down the scoring. Ryan Yates, 6 threes, 4 twos, for a total of 26 points. Xavier Foster with a 3-pointer. 4 twos, 3 of 4 at the line for 14. Isaac Schultz off the bench, 2 threes, 2 twos for 10. Tyler Miller, 3 baskets for 6. Austin Hefner, a 3 and a 2 for 5. Noah Van Veldhuizen, a 3-pointer for 3. Colton Butler, 2 of 2 at the line for 2. Tucker Irwin, a basket for 2. Jackson Blythe, Will Schultz, Walker Newman, and Carson Jensko all played, did not score. Oskaloosa 5 of 6 at the line. Neither team. No, Oskaloosa never got into the 1-and-1 tonight. Norwalk did in the second half. 5 of 6 at the line, not many free throws, kind of an uncommonly small number. Oskaloosa unofficially 4 turnovers on the night, also uncommonly low, but that's a good low number to have. And the Indians unofficially 25 rebounds, 3 on the offensive side. Oskaloosa with 13 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second, 12 in the third, 23 in the fourth for their total of 68. Norwalk led by their junior guard Bowen Bourne, 3 threes, 2 twos, 7 of 9 at the line for 20 points. So held a little below his average of 28. And he did not have a field goal in the fourth quarter, and I think just a couple of baskets in the third as Ryan Yates comes up here to join us here in the gondola after the Indians' 68-47 win. Ryan, I think it's safe to say you weren't expecting a 21-point win a few hours ago.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're a really good team. We played good all night. We like I said last time, we weren't going to be able to completely shut down Bourne, but I think we did a really good job of limiting him. And I mean, that was the difference, honestly. Our defense led to offense, and we started hitting shots, and things just kind of clicked tonight.
And they weren't getting that many second chances at all, too, and it was a little scary early on when I think it was Anderson and Raper started hitting threes from the corner, but they weren't doing that all night.
Yes, sir. I mean, that was the game plan from the start. We were going to make them beat us, and if they hit shots all night, well, then we were just give them the win. I mean, we were going to try our best, but the goal was to lock down Bourne or do everything we could, and he still got his tonight, but I think we did a pretty good job of that.
And give credit where it's due yourself with 6 threes in the game, and the team altogether had 11 threes, so that's pretty good shooting itself.
Yeah, I mean, like I said last time, Zay dominated all night, so that opened up the whole court for all of us. Everybody got good looks, and fortunately we knocked him down when we got our shot.
So a great way to have senior day and everything else. Just what are some of the other things that went right for you tonight?
I mean, our ball movement I thought was really good tonight. We were making the extra pass all night, and that led to so many open threes. And Zay's passing from the post was really good, but he was scoring a lot too, which I think opened some lanes for him. And like I said, our defense was just good all night too, and that led to open shots.
So you get a win against the conference champions, and with wins Monday and Tuesday, you can tie for second place.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the goal for this year was never to win the conference. I mean, if that happened, that's great. We were going to compete our butts off every night and try to win it. But at the end of the day, you just want to be playing your best ball, going into the postseason, and make a run at the state title.
All right. So we'll see you back here on Monday night.
Sounds
Enjoy
good.
the rest of the weekend.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Ryan Yates of the Oskaloosa Indians, 26 points on the night. And now taking the headset, making the quick take is Isaac Schultz, who had a 10-point game, which I think is your season high in the year. And I tell you, you've been playing really well the last few games. Not thinking about scoring, but getting some steals, doing stuff that doesn't really show up in the box score.
Yeah, we're just working real well as a team right now, and we have great momentum going on, and it's just it's really awesome that we're all playing together. It's just been great so far.
Like I was saying to Ryan before, I'm guessing going into the game tonight during pregame warmups, you weren't thinking it in terms of this being a 21-point game. What happened to make it that?
We played real well as a team, and we all worked great together tonight, and we're finding our chemistry, and we're just going to we have a good chance to make a good run in the playoffs.
And it's amazing that you're doing this without the presence of Cole Henry.
Yeah, I think it's really showing our character, and that we don't have to rely on one person to win games, and that it's helped us as a team just get better chemistry, and when Cole comes back, we're going to be scary.
Absolutely. And now 2 games next week, and then you get a chance for a little bit of rest and then start the postseason a week from Monday. So it's Grinnell coming up here on Monday night.
Yeah. We take every game seriously. We play it all the same. Every game, it's just a game. We all play it as hard as we can every night. And yeah, we're excited.
All right. Congratulations on the win today, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Thank you. Yep.
Isaac Schultz, junior of the Oskaloosa Indians, winners tonight against Norwalk, 68-47. And let's see, I was in the middle of the Norwalk scoring when we were pleasantly interrupted. Bowen Bourne, 20 points, 3 threes, 2 twos, 7 of 9 at the free throw line. Tyler Johnson was next in line with 8, 2 threes and a 2. And Johnson with just the 1 bucket in the second half, so they weren't getting much help from anybody else. And certainly in the second half. Carson Raper, 2 threes, 1 of 2 at the line for 7. Sam Rohrer basket, 2 of 2 at the line for 4. Scott Anderson with a 3-pointer for 3. Kyle Joniak with a 3-pointer late in the game for 3. Carter Funk, a basket 0 for 1 at the line for 2. Tyler Indris, Jonathan Eggers, Blake Chittenden did not score. Blake Neal, and Zach Merker, and Andrew Castaneda all got in the line. Game 2 for Norwalk tonight. They did not score. Norwalk 10 of 14 at the free throw line for 57%. Just 5 turnovers against Norwalk, and the Warriors unofficially with 19 rebounds, 5 on the offensive side. Norwalk with 18 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second, 7 in the third, 10 in the fourth for their total of 47. Norwalk drops to 16-4 overall, 12-2 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. This wraps up their Little Hawkeye Conference season. They've got a game remaining Tuesday night at home against ADM before they go into the postseason. Oskaloosa now 12-5 overall, 8-3 in the Little Hawkeye Conference. The Indians again with a chance to, if they win out, they'll be tied for second with Pella at 8-3. And welcome back inside to the gondola. Coach Ryan Parker of the Indians joins us now, and I've said this to the guys, and I'm sure you thought it too going in. You weren't expecting a 21-point gap at the end. You couldn't have been.
Why not, Joe? No, we weren't. That's a really good basketball team. We played with probably one of the better players in the entire state with Bowen Bourne. You know, part of that's perfect storm. You know, they didn't have their head coach tonight, which makes a difference. Chris is a hell of a coach. He really works his tail off, and his players really play hard for him. And so I'm sure they missed that a little bit. But our defensive effort was really, really, really good tonight. And if we keep that defensive effort, we'll win a lot of games from here on out.
I would think so, too. And when you have strong shooting, I don't know what Ryan Yates' numbers as far as shots attempted and shots made, but it had to be like in the 60% range.
He's really stepped up his game since Cole went down with an injury. But that's what we needed. We needed a senior leader to step up his game, and Ryan did that, you know. And some other guys did that too. Zay's really stepped up his game since Cole's injury. Isaac Schultz had a heck of a game tonight. Austin Hafner's played well. Tyler Miller's played extremely good defense. And then, you know, for us to send the seniors off on senior night with this kind of win is really special.
It sure is. And the second half, I'm looking at everything, and I color code this here. If you look at it, it's for each quarter, and there's only, I think, 2 field goals in the fourth quarter. So that really says something about your team when you've got an 8-point lead and you're able to stretch it to 21 at the end.
Yeah, our guys played a full 32 minutes tonight, and that's what it takes to beat good teams like that. You know, if you play 25 minutes, you get beat. For us, the resolve this team has had the last week is something special. They could have packed it in, Joe. They could have taken out the rest of the year and said the season's over. But honestly, they've really stepped up their game, and I'm an extremely proud coach.
And 2 more regular season games to go.
Barring the weather?
Yeah. Okay. Scheduled regular season games. Let me put it that way. Monday night at home against Grinnell, Tuesday night at Newton. Grinnell was a long, long time ago, the first time we saw them.
Yeah, we got to play like we did tonight. If we play defense like we did tonight, we'll be perfectly fine. If we don't, you'll be in a dogfight because that's the Little Hawkeye Conference. You don't bring it on any given night. Anybody can beat anybody. And, I think we'll enjoy this one. We'll get back to work. Probably Monday, have a shoot-around before we see Grinnell.
That sounds great. Ryan Parker, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Ryan
Parker, coach of the Oskaloosa Indians. This is Oskaloosa High School basketball on KBOE FM in Oskaloosa. The Indians beating Norwalk 68-47 tonight. And earlier tonight, it was Norwalk beating the Oskaloosa girls 53-32. Couple of 21-point wins here today. And that is going to do it for us here in Oskaloosa. Our next Oskaloosa boys basketball broadcast is Monday night. Back here at Oskaloosa High School against Grinnell in a makeup game. Tip-off time around 7:45. Pre-game coverage starting around 7:30 here on KBOE FM. And our next Oskaloosa girls broadcast will be the opening round of the playoffs. In Class 4A with Oskaloosa playing at Washington. That is a 7 o'clock game on Wednesday night. Also on KBOE FM. Pre-game coverage starting at 6:45. We will also have a video stream of that game on Wednesday night. We'll also have video on Monday night on KBOEradio.com. And we want to remind you too, coming up in about 35 minutes from now, we'll have pregame coverage of Class 3A girls basketball with EBF at South Tama. Eric Zamora will have the play-by-play of that for you on KMZN AM and FM. We invite you to join us for that. And that is going to do it for us here from Oskaloosa High School today. Thanks very much to Kenny Jones back at Mission Control, taking care of business. Thanks also to Jared Buckaloo and the Oskaloosa video production team today. And thanks to our sponsors, and we thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Excuse me. I'm Joe Lancello. The final score once again here today. The Oskaloosa girls losing to Norwalk 53-32. The Oskaloosa boys beating Norwalk 68-47. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you later. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Oskaloosa Indians basketball on KBOE. Brought to you by Lighton State Bank, Northern Mahaska Specialty Care, Pella Printing, Edward Jones Investments, Oskaloosa Vision Center, Malcolm Lumber, Community First Credit Union, Mahaska Drug, Hawkeye Real Estate, Clow Valve Company, Robert Auld Investments, Certified Pest Control, Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, Falvey Lumber and Hardware, Bank Iowa, The Rock Island Tap, Quincy Place Mall, Fred's Muffler Shop, and Pella Regional Health Center. Your Keys to the Game sponsor is Craig Ford. This has been a presentation of the No Coast Network.